Red team, go! My amp unit, wake up! Get up and get amplified! What? I said wake up, get up, and get amplified! The world is not gonna come to you, you gotta go to it and whoop its ass! Damn! Ow! Now, BC did a thing. I did a thing. Yes, I did. I kind of downed my second whole coffee before I started this. It's down to here. I have no coffee. I downed it all. Caffeine, sugar. Let's fucking rock. 2 of them already. Ow. Don't worry. I got a whole nother one for you guys. Yeah. Because in life, there are 2 types of people. People that get their asses whooped and people that whoop that ass. Now, before we start SmackDown's review and Rampage's review, there's somebody who says, I'm going to whoop that ass, and his name is Tony Kahn. Tony Kahn is telling Vince McMahon, I'm going to whoop that ass. Guys, this is real, man. I sat on this for a few hours, man. This was not going to be the headline. This was not going to be the thumbnail. This wasn't going to be anything. It was going to be mainly about the Queen's tournament, the King of the Ring tournament. I thought dude got hacked or some shit. Dude got hacked. Something, man. That was not Tony Khan who sent out this message directly to Vince McMahon. So I sat on this. Clearly, this has to be a false story. Right? This cannot be true. Again, the dude got hacked. I feel bad for him. Like Kurt Angle 116 times. When you see something a little bit of out of character, you kind of assume it wasn't them. So we give Tony the benefit of the doubt. Now, Tony Khan has talked a lot of shit in the past, especially about WWE, but he likes to dig in and take those potty shots, man. Triple H used to do it all the time. Why can Tony Khan not do it? All is fair in love and war, as Johnny Bananas from The Challenge once said. So definedly, all is fair in love and war. So Tony Khan has taken pot shots, but nothing like this, bro. Nothing like this. Check this out, man. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to take it to the chat, and you guys tell me what the fuck you think this is all about, bro. Tony Khan said this because word got out last night that WWE Smackdown next week, because of sports, most likely what, baseball, I'm thinking, man, even though my Yankees are eliminated, the show must go on. I think Fox is doing baseball maybe next Friday. So WWE Smackdown's going to be on FS1. Now, they're saying that this is going to be supersized. It's being billed as SmackDown supersized. So what they're going to do is they're going to actually go an extra half an hour past the 10 o'clock slot on FS1. So it's going to go from 8 p.m. Eastern time to 10:30, meaning that WWE is dipping in to Tony Khan's 1-hour Rampage show. Tony Khan doesn't like that shit. So Tony Khan says this. Tony Khan says, you ready for this? Hold on. And I want to get this verbatim, by the way, so please hold. I want to verbatim this so I'm not fucking this up or putting any words in this dude's mouth. Check this from Tony Khan, man. And this is a quote from Tony Khan after he and all of us found out about Supersize next week for SmackDown. I saw you're doing a half-hour head-to-head with us. Now, he said, I saw your. He's talking to Vince McMahon here. I saw you're doing a half-hour head-to-head with us. I can't wait to finally beat your main show head-to-head. It's been a long time coming. See you next Friday. Hashtag AEW Rampage on AEW on TNT. I'm going to say that a fucking again. This is Tony Khan's verbatim to Vince McMahon. I saw you're doing a half-hour head-to-head with us. I can't wait to finally beat your main show head to head. It's been a long time coming. See you next Friday. Bruh, I'm telling you right now, man, Tony Khan doesn't just want the smoke. Tony Khan wants the explosion. The shit that didn't happen with Mox and Eddie Kingston a couple months ago when the ring didn't explode. Tony Khan wants that shit now. Bruh. I don't know. I love this fight in Tony Khan. Don't get me wrong. I love the potty shots. I love that he's not going to hide the fact that this is a war, right? The fans all the time like to say, this isn't a war. Everybody just relax and enjoy both shows, right? And that's the cute thing today to say. As pro wrestling fans, we like to say, why does everyone care about the ratings? Why does everybody think this is a war? Because ratings matter, and that's why a show either has a slot or doesn't. And when the show gets kicked off the network, you are going to look like an idiot, and the people that followed ratings will not look like an idiot because we'll know why something is there and why it's not. But on top of that, the ones that say just enjoy both shows, why do you think it's a war? Because it's a fucking war. These are companies that are in the same business, the same form of entertainment, the same realm. Obviously, they want to be the better promotion because you get more money. Business 101. You get more network contracts. A network wants to do more business with you. So obviously it's a fucking war. Pepsi versus Coca-Cola, McDonald's versus Burger King, Gatorade versus Powerade. If they're going to look at you and say, oh, there's enough room for all of us, we're not trying to outdo them in sales. They're bullshitting you. It's competition if you're in the same fucking realm. It just is. JD from New York is my boy, but to say that I don't want to fucking outpace him would be an absolute understatement. It would be a fucking lie. Dude's been doing it years longer. He's got much more steam in this shit. So it's going to take a long motherfucking time at a time when pro wrestling is at its fucking worst. But that's my boy. I would love to whoop his ass and then crack a beer with him. If you're in the same realm, you're going to want to beat the other. It's a lie to say otherwise. So of course Tony Khan wants to whoop Vince McMahon's ass. But this is the first time he said, this is exactly what I want to do. Next Friday I get a chance, half an hour. Now, bro, I don't see a fucking way possible in God's green earth, on this green grass that we walk on. On planet Earth, I don't see how Tony Khan can win this next week. A half an hour, even though they're on FS1. I don't see how he can beat the beast that is SmackDown. But the fact that he's got that fucking fight, the fact that he's not trying to hide the fact that, yeah, this is a fucking war. And we're not pulling the ratings that I would want to, and now you're going to go head to head with us. So he's not just going to lay down and let WWE take a half hour's worth of ratings from him to drop him down to 400 to maybe 500,000 in viewership. No, he's going to try to fucking compete. He's going to raise some hell. He's going to go down swinging. But to say that you're going to beat him is what he said. I think that's... You can't beat Vince next week. I don't see how that's going to happen. CM Punk and Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole Bay and Malachi Black and Andrade, and none of them pulled in the rating that they were hoping for. It popped over at a 1.3 something, 1.2, 1.1, and now it was at a 1.0 plus maybe 1.053 this past weekend on Dynamite or week. What I'm saying is it's dropping already, man. Once the suspense has worn off, the ratings are dropping. AEW Rampage can't even hit that million mark again. So to say that you're going to beat Vince McMahon, I love the fight in Tony Khan. I love the fact that he's saying this is a fucking war. But you can't beat him, so why the fuck I got to go back to this? He literally says, I can't wait to finally beat your main show head to head. It's been a long time coming. See you next Friday. This is Tony Khan saying, I'm going to beat you next Friday in that half an hour. But how the fuck is he going to beat him? Are you telling me Bray Wyatt showing up? Maybe he knows something we don't, man. If you tell me that Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda is showing up, he's probably going to beat Vince McMahon. and you promote the shit out of it. Aside from maybe Wyndham Rotunda, and I don't think this is the time to debut Wyndham Rotunda. I mean, you got to let CM Punk have his fucking time right now, and Adam Cole, baby, and fucking Bryan Danielson. I mean, bringing in more and more people just to get a pop of a rating, and then as we've seen, it goes down, 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 down drastically. We can't do that. But that's the only way I see him beating him. So I love the fact that he's going to war with Vince McMahon, but this head-to-head challenge, saying next week it's on for that half an hour, you and your show versus me and my show? I don't see. I mean, I love AEW and what they have given us the last 2 years, and I can't wait to see them smash Vinnie Mac, VKM in the dome piece. But I don't know if I would issue that statement when you know you're going to get beat, because I don't know what your rebuttal is going to be. Do you just play it like safe and you don't say anything afterwards? Do you give a fucking Rocky Balboa speech? At least I tried. I gave it the attaboy. I don't know what this does. This puts so much pressure on AEW superstars now. Wrestlers. This puts a lot of fucking pressure. It's going to make them look really bad when everybody's fucking laughing. All the WWE dick riders that are laughing at AEW next week because they didn't do what Tony said he was going to do. Now they're going to look at it and they're going to have fucking ammo for it. They're going to be ripping to shreds the poor superstars that didn't pull in the rating because Brock Lesnar started the show face-to-face with Roman Reigns. Oh, the man came to town. Becky Lynch. And she's going to manhandle slam somebody. Or Sasha Banks or Bianca Belair's fine asses come down fucking literally on fire because they're so damn beautiful. And people are captivated to the fucking FS1. Damn, bro. I don't know if A, this was the right time to pull a statement like that, and B, I don't see how they can live up, how Tony Khan can live up to this shit. I'm going to take this to the chat right now, man. I haven't even said what's up to you guys. I just been fucking screaming for 12 minutes. But chat, Tony Khan in this challenge, face-to-face, or head-to-head, not face-to-face, show-to-show with Vince McMahon. One word, was this a good decision by Tony Khan or a bad decision? Good or bad? Good, bad, or ugly? Let's do that. Was this good, bad, or ugly on Tony Khan's part, man? We got a bad, we got a good, we got a couple of bads, we got a bad, we got a good, a couple of bads, a good. It's Strowman. I got a fucking horrible decision up here by somebody. Bad. No uglies, though, so at least you guys are not thinking, hey, I mean, you guys are kind of on board with this. 50-50. I'm seeing a few 50-50s. Like, you're like me, see, like, you're waiting to see what the fuck they got planned for this shit. 50. I'm seeing a lot of 50-50s, some good. A lot of people are in the middle with this, man. He's going to make people talk, and he's going to get people to view or at least flip back and forth. So if he's trying to do that, at least this will be successful. But he's not just saying, I mean, he's saying, I've been waiting to beat you head to head, your main show. He literally says those words. This is huge news, man. I'm not overplaying this. I'm not being over dramatic. Think about this. The owner of the only real competition, especially here in the States for Vince McMahon, is AEW. The owner just went on social last night and said, I'm going to beat you next week head to head. Basically, I can't wait to beat you see you next Friday. Can't wait to beat you. And it's been a long time coming. The owner of the fucking, arguably the second biggest company in pro wrestling here in the States, anyway, is telling the big dog, if you will, Vince McMahon, that he's going to beat him. This is huge, bro. This is absolutely massive for next Friday. I saw bads, I saw goods, I didn't see any fucking uglies. So you guys, I saw a lot of down the middles and 50-50s. You guys are a little bit fucking at a loss for this shit, bro. This is massive. I can't wait to see what this leads to. I don't know if Tony Khan actually has something in his bag of tricks, or is this literally, aren't they live next week, by the way, or no? I think they're live. And this precedes Dynamite. Somebody tell me if they're live. Is JR9 up in here? Or can anybody tell me if they're live next week for Rampage? They are live. Yeah, I got several people telling me they're live next week. This is going to be fun, man. I mean, Tony Khan is about to find out today that his words have substance. Unless we find out that he got fucking hacked or something. But I got to tell you, man, it's the morning hours here on the East Coast of the U.S., and that social media post is still up. He would have found out by now from somebody that somebody had hacked him. So this looks like it's absolutely Tony Khan who has said this to Vince McMahon. This again was a post right to Vince McMahon. So this is what I wanted to spend the first 15-ish minutes on in the cold open, guys. This is a big story that just developed late last night. I slept on it waiting for more to kind of come up. Maybe it was just misspoken. Maybe Tony Khan hit the bottle too much last night and he's going to say, hey, my bad. Maybe he just got hacked. No, this looks like this was Tony Khan, and he's looking to beat Vince McMahon next week? Or is this just to try to create a buzz? In which case, brah, you just put your fucking company in peril, because now people are gonna be watching the ratings that usually don't tune into the ratings. I don't see how much good can come out of this, other than that company is gonna be fucking fueled up even more. You know AEW wants to defeat Vince McMahon in WWE. You fucking know that shit. You know that shit, bro. Anybody that tells you differently, they don't understand the fucking business. You're trying to outbeat the number one. For AEW, it's going to take a long time. WWE has been around for years longer. They have those connections and network fucking relationships and all of it. It's going to take you a while. I mean, this is how bolsterous and how just focused and goal-oriented Tony Khan is, man. He wants it all in the first 2 years. He saw 2-year anniversary, and he already wants Monday Night Raw's rating to be below him, and he's not that far away from it. If Raw keeps being trash and AEW Dynamite keeps fucking rocking, they will pull a better rating within the next 2 years. I told you guys that. But let's relax a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, I don't see why we're going for the fucking grand slam right now in the first inning. You don't have to hit that home run. Get on base, rack up some runs, let the game kind of go, and around the 6th or 7th inning, start thinking about that home run. 8th or 9th, start trying to hit that grand slam if it's really close. But right now, get on base, bro. Get Rampage over 1 million. Then start talking mad shit. Get Dynamite consistently over 1.4, even 5, maybe. Then talk that shit. But I'm down with Tony Khan and AEW talking that shit. This is very, very direct. This is very, very, we're going to beat you, and that's the end of the story. He's not leaving any room for a possible loss to SmackDown next week, because I don't, and I'm saying possible with quotes, I don't see how Tony Khan can win this. AEW would have to double their rating to beat Vince McMahon next week. Even on FS1, you got to believe they're going to pull in a 1-4, 1-5 at least. Woo! Things just got interesting, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, as Road Dogg would say. Pretty fucking interesting. Tony Khan is a beast. He doesn't want that smoke. He wants the explosion, bruh. He's going for Vince McMahon. And listen, Triple H started these potty shots, so let's not act like Triple H is our fucking hero, knight in shining armor, and Vince McMahon ruined Triple H. Let's not act like that, please. Triple H called it a fucking pissant t-shirt company. Triple H tried to match them when they did themed shows with Great American Bash and Halloween Havoc and all that. He tried to match them. He tried to stay on the air longer, 8 to 10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes. The same thing WCW. Triple H tried everything, and he failed. Tony Khan beat Triple H, not Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon finally put the nail in the Triple H's coffin. But let's be honest, Tony Khan beat the shit out of Triple H first. Triple H got his ass rocked. Triple H got beaten down by Tony Khan. That's the truth. Vince McMahon supplied Triple H with everything. The platform, the money, extra TV time, worked out the deal with USA Network to go on the overrun for more ratings. He let him do themed pay-per-views around Vince's pay-per-views. weekly show to match him. Bro, Vince let Triple H have the whole farm. And Triple H failed. So let's not act like it was just Vince that destroyed Triple H. No, he tried with what Triple H called, Paul Levesque called AEW, a piss ant t-shirt company. That was from his mouth. Oh, basically that was from Vince's headset, though. No, that was Triple H, bro. The apple doesn't fall far from that tree. Triple H is right there up McMahon's ass. Triple H loves the power. Triple H loves to defeat the competition and piss on them afterwards. And Tony Khan beat him. But Tony Khan was never out to defeat Triple H. Tony Khan wants Vince McMahon's ass. And Vince McMahon goes on these pressers, right? The fucking conference call, the last one he did. Remember what Vince McMahon said? They're not only are they not competition, I don't even look at them as in WCW's book. They're not even in WCW's league. Vince McMahon threw potty shots too. And now you want to fucking come down on Tony Khan because he's going to throw some shots back? Just because you're the one who's newer on the block. Just because you're... See, everyone thinks they're supposed to just sit there and just play second fiddle and be fine with it. Because they've been doing it for years longer. They have more of an established audience. When this red light goes on in this community, you think I'm here just to fucking play second fiddle because there's people who have been doing this thing for longer than me? People that have been doing this very thing on this platform for years more than me. They have a much larger audience because they built it years before me. And it was at a time when wrestling was at its A game. Now wrestling is at its lowest point. And somebody like BC is considered the newer kid on the block. That doesn't mean that I'm just going to play second fiddle. My straight fire amplification will show the world I'm number one, bitch. This is my platform now, bitch. AEW may not pull in the numbers that WWE does, but let's not act like they're not the best wrestling company right now because they've been producing better shows. They've been producing better wrestlers. They've been producing better moments. I don't care which company you fucking dick ride. If I'm making you cry right now, cry them salty tears, bitch, and hit the bricks. But if you can handle the truth, much power to you. And there's 100 motherfuckers right now who smash that up that I know understand the business, can handle amplification. Thank you to those 100 motherfuckers up front during this cold open. You guys understand what's actually happening behind the scenes. And Tony Khan is not going to lay down for Vincent Kennedy. Whoa! Damn! How about that rant? Cold open, like only BC can pull. That's how you do it on this platform. That's how you rock out on this platform. Ain't nobody doing this shit like BC, bro. Just like ain't nobody doing it right now like Tony Khan. It ain't happening. This is number 3 on the morning. I'm a little behind, actually, if you think about it. This is only number 3. We're going to crack this. We're going to do a couple reviews, man. SmackDown. We started the King of the Ring tournament in the Queen's fucking, whatever it's called. What is it? Queen's Crown tournament. And then we have AEW Rampage coming up as well. What the fuck? This is like fucking Fort Knox, man. Come on. What the fuck? Massive fucking muscles, and I can't crack the fucking coffee. I guess that's a good thing. They secure this thing, man, so ain't nobody fucking opening this shit and spitting. You see that shit, man? It was online several months ago. People were opening up ice cream cartons in the supermarket, and they were spitting in it, and then putting the thing back on it. Or they were opening up drinks and spitting in it, and it was like some challenge or some shit. Now they're fucking slapping teachers and shit. Man, I'm so glad that I don't have to grow up in this bullshit fucking gen. Back in the day, we had respect, bro. And when you disrespected, you got your ass whooped by your fucking parents. So you were whooping that ass in the projects growing up. Well, BC, well, I grew up in projects. Maybe you grew up in a nice neighborhood where you didn't have to fight every day. That's good for you. I was fucking whooping that ass in the projects, and then I'd get home, and because I was fighting or acting a fool, then I would get the shit kicked out of me parent-wise. But back in the day, we had respect. Nowadays, kids are fucking slapping teachers for fucking Insta fame. I don't know what the fuck's going on in this world, brah. All I know, I get in front of this camera, I talk pro wrestling, bro. That's all I know, dude. Other than pro wrestling, and that's why I occupy every minute of my day with work, man. I'm always working my ass off, man. Letting out that fucking steam, whooping this world's ass. But parents, if any of you guys got kids, man, I'm asking you to do me one favor, please. Or if you're going to have kids within the next 5 years especially, afterwards, do me one favor, guys. Teach them respect. I truly feel that kids today, man, a lot of them, most that I'm seeing, they don't have respect anymore, man. They're literally controlling their parents. It looks weird. It is weird. It's pissing me off in supermarkets. I want to take them and their fucking parents and put them through a brick fucking wall. Bruh, yeah, my pops, bro, my pops would beat the shit out of me, first of all. Take out the fucking belt and whip me with it. My fucking mom would hit me with fucking broomsticks across the fucking head. I'm Italian, so I got a nonni. That's Italian for grandmother. Nana, I call mine nonni. So Noni. I'm a little bit original on that, different type of Italian. But we used to get fucking broomsticks over our head and shit. And then get this, after we were beat, we would have to stand in the corner for hours. So my pops would put him. So your ass is fucking just bruised. Right, you got beat up pretty good, and then you're fucking in a corner for hours, standing up with your nose in a corner, and that was more punishment. So yeah, man, I got my ass whooped, bro. Yow! But I gained respect, bro. I gained respect. Anyway, I don't even know what we're talking about now, man. Let's start this review off, dude. SmackDown Women's Title. And by the way, Amp Unit, what's up, everybody? I'm glad to see everyone up in here, man. I saw some super VIPs as well. I'll get into that in just a little bit. I just want to start this review because I just noticed we're about a half an hour into this son of a bitch. But I do see some of my tried and trues, man. NJPW girl, Blueprint Nation's up in this bitch. Carlos, JR9 Gaming's up in here, man. So Jennifer Pierce actually made it for Alive. What up, Jennifer? I got the Monte Mabry up in here. Sir Charles. Iron Riaz is up in here. The War Dog is up in here, man. Mary Al. Yeah, I got a lot of my tried and trues. Ashley Steggles, Unique Butterfly. Qadir Shakur's up in here. Ajax 25. Eddie's up in here, man. Lucas Allen's up in here. So I got a lot of people up in here that are my tried and trues, and a lot of people who are just finding the channel, maybe. Or no, you have to be on for 4 weeks at least to say what's up. But anyway, Nelly Nell's up in here, Tariq, Joey Z, Christopher Blackshear's up in here, Marty Banks is up in here, James Miller, Bonkers, Dave Mealy's up in here. What up, dude? JDE's up in here, Mean Dean Extreme, Reginald Remble's up in here, Marie, Trev Rains is up in here, Adnan's up in here, Reese is up in here. What up, Reese? Dante Jaren's up in here too. Cool. I don't know if Jazz is up in here. SOS was up in here from the jump, man. Once I first posted this up, man, SOS said, "What's up?" I saw. So I don't think he's up in here now, but SOS, what up, dude? So I got a lot of my try. I know, man. I know we're doing this on an early Saturday morning. This is what everybody's out and about, but this will be up on the channel later. So for those catching it live, that's awesome. But don't worry, to the thousands coming in later, this will be up, as you're probably witnessing now. You're probably one of the thousands later noticing that this was recorded earlier. Not you guys. This is live for you. Okay, let's just go with the review, man. We're fucking caffeinated, bro. We're off the walls right now, baby. We are amped. SmackDown Women's Title contract signing for Crown Jewel kicked us off. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, and Sasha Banks. The three gals exchange words for a couple minutes, and then they all just start beating the shit out of one another. And there was a pretty cool finish to the seg as Belair was about to KOD both Sasha and Becky through a table at the same time, but Sasha was able to get out of it. But fucking Belair's power is so fucking strong. She swung Becky's legs around, hit Sasha. Sasha lays on the table anyway, and Bianca is able to KOD Becky Lynch through Sasha Banks and also through the fucking table. So this, I mean, the segment could have obviously been better. In fact, I'm not even sure the contract actually got signed during this whole contract signing. In fact, thinking about it, I don't think the contract ever got signed, guys. I could be wrong. I'll go back and do some more research on it. But I don't believe that this contract got signed last night. But if anything, at the very least, it showed the power that Bianca Belair obtains. Because Bianca Belair was she had both of them up on her shoulders. That may look simplistic on TV, but it's not simplistic, bruh. I mean, that's pretty fucking badass. And Bianca Belair continues to just impress, bro. Damn. Yeah, I have confirmation it did not get signed. So there you go, man. It never got signed last night. It's kind of fucking funny. They forgot that, or maybe they're going to use that in storyline going forward. Who the fuck knows? King of the Ring tournament was next. King of the Ring tournament. This is round 1 now. Nakamura has relinquished his crown. This had to happen. Otherwise, you would have two kings. King Nakamura and somebody else, man. Whoever wins this son of a bitch. So Nakamura is going to be fine being called IC champion is what they're saying. Well, isn't that a plus? Rey Mysterio versus Sami Zayn is your first match in this tournament. Dominic is out there and up on the apron for no fucking reason. Literally no reason. This leads to Sami Zayn pinning Ray via the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating roll-up. That's right. You guessed it, guys. You got fucking, who is it? Rey Mysterio becomes the latest Fruit Roll-Up Award winner. Because a professional wrestler, when they get rolled up, they cannot get their shoulder just a little bit, just a centimeter off the canvas. Forget the tombstones, forget the pedigrees, forget your super kicks, forget your tap outs, forget the leg drop, forget the press slam, forget the Macho Man fucking flying elbow, forget all of it, the GTSs, forget it. If you can hit an awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating fruit roll-up in this business, you are going to collect a W. Hey, Ray, if you ever got up from that fruit roll-up, here's your award. Yeah. What's that? Dominic just told me he's still down and out from the fruit roll-up. Till this fucking moment, Ray cannot get out of the fruit roll-up. Dominic just told me that. So, there you go, guys. Good job, Ray. A fucking roll-up. I can't stand roll-up victories. We see way too many of them, and because of that, they no longer hold any shock value. They no longer hold any substance. They just don't. So, Sami Zayn is going to move on. Now, I don't think Sami Zayn does Saudi Arabia, correct? I don't think he goes there for, is it religious or something? Something prevents him from going there. So, he's going to lose, obviously, next week. Who is it, against Finn Balor? We'll go over that, but isn't that kind of... I mean, we already know that Sami Zayn doesn't go there. I believe anyway, man. I don't think Sami Zayn goes to Saudi Arabia. So, what the fuck is the point of him moving on if we all know he's going to lose? I don't recall ever seeing Sami Zayn in Saudi for one of these shows. So... Queen of the Ring was next. So yeah, that's the King of the Ring side of things. Now, the Queen of the Ring tournament, this was also round number 1. Zelina Vega versus Toni Storm. This was a legit 2-minute match, ending with Zelina defeating Storm via Code Red. I mean, barely 2 minutes, maybe just over 2 minutes, but it was roughly 2 minutes. Now, I have no problem with Zelina winning, especially with Code Red. It's not a fruit roll-up. But I feel bad for Toni Storm. A, she's in a 2-minute match. B, she's losing in 2 minutes. It's like, can't we come up with something a little bit better? It's not like Jade Cargill's match last night, which I'll get to once I go over the AEW review. That you could see why that's 1 minute. But Toni Storm versus Zelina Vega, you could easily go fucking 7, 8, 9 minutes at the bare minimum. And Toni Storm, does she have to be in a 2-minute match where she's losing? Is that necessary? Either way, we were gonna fucking say something about it. If Toni Storm won in 2 minutes, I would be saying, why the fuck is Zelina Vega losing a 2-minute match? She just won a match last week finally, and now she's losing again. So why is Zelina fucking losing? And if you flip it like it is, I'm pissed that Tony's losing. If you're gonna set up these matches and you have to have one of them lose, do it in a way where the other person saves face just a little bit. This did not make Toni Storm look good at all, brah. Props to Zelina, no doubt. Zelina, and again, it was the Code Red, and Zelina is more than believable to win these matches. Zelina Vega is actually good, man. I'm not going to dog her out because a lot of people think she's sold out. No, I'm proud of Zelina. I'm glad she's getting wins. But that doesn't mean I have to be happy with the way it went down 2 fucking minutes and Toni Storm looks like a fucking idiot. So Zelina Vega moves up in this tournament. Hour number 1 ends with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline making their way to the ring. And I'm not joking when I say that I believe Roman Reigns' entrance now actually passes the entrance length of The Undertaker. I truly believe that, man. I mean, we always used to say The Undertaker's entrance was so damn long, like 10 fucking minutes. Well, if you watch Roman's last night, it started at around 9:50 p.m. Eastern time. They did do a commercial break, but when it came back, this dude didn't start speaking till like 10:02. I mean, this has easily surpassed Undertaker's entrance. But the Bloodline, man, they got a pop from San Jose too, man. And I love the way that Roman started this promo. It was badass. He says, San Jose, just like he has been in recent weeks. San Jose, acknowledge me. Oh, bro, man, it was so fucking good. And the crowd starts to chant, Suplex City. And Roman was quick-witted here, man. This is what working with Paul Heyman so closely will do for you. Roman has drastically gotten better since the time 5 years he was a face. This is a different Roman than the dude that was staring across John Cena and forgetting his lines. And John Cena was calling him out. It's called a promo, kid. If you're going to be something in this business, if you're going to be the big dog, you better learn how to do them. That's what Cena told Roman middle of the ring on live Monday Night Raw television. But this is a different Roman, bro. So as they're chanting Suplex City, Roman says, nah, San Jose. Suplex City is gone. This is the island of relevancy. I love that shit, man. Roman Reigns, it's those little things that aren't so little to BC. Roman then wants Paul Heyman to prove his allegiance by looking right into the camera and telling Brock Lesnar exactly what's going to happen at Crown Jewel and really whose side he's on. Paul does what Paul does best. He obliges and he tells Brock Lesnar exactly how it's going to go down in favor of the Tribal Chief Roman. Let's be honest, Paul Heyman can sell ice cream to an Eskimo. That's how good he is. I mean, if this wrestling thing didn't pan out for Paul Heyman, he would have been the world's #1 car salesman. And Roman eventually accepts the words from Paul Heyman. So I thought that was actually well done to end hour number 1. We'll go on to hour number 2 in a second. Let me see my VIPs up in this bitch, man. What up, everybody? Hold on, let me get I saw some VIPs. Amplified style. Yeah. No, we rocking. Oh, a lot of VIPs up front. I want to start off with SOS TDM 617, 2-spot off topic. Your Yankees went down. Go Red Sox. Yow. They're 1-1 now. They ain't going to beat Tampa, SOS. But yeah, they did, man. My Yankees took an ass whooping. Ain't no doubt about that, man. Those are the type of ass whoopings you got to say you got your ass whooped. My Yankees got their asses whooped. And I say we when things are going right. When When we are on winning streaks, it's we are kicking ass. So I'm going to say it right now. We got our asses kicked. And Boston fucking nobody showed up to work. Not even Garrett Cole, man. He was gone in a couple of innings. Didn't even record maybe 6 outs. So yeah, SOS, we got our asses kicked. But Tampa Bay kicked your ass in game 1. You guys fucking stomped them last night. We'll see where that leads to. SOS, no doubt, man. Best of luck to your Boston Red Sox. I'm lying. No luck for Boston. Batty Banks, 1999. What up, Batty? Happy Saturday, BC. Let's get amplified. Red team, go! Yeah, Batty Banks. You know it. Good to see you up in here, too. Batty Banks rocking it up in here, man. Good to have you up in here. War Dog is up, hey. War Dog, how you doing, huh? How's the War Dog doing? Looks like Tony Khan taking shots at Vince like Arn Anderson with the Glock. And salute. Yeah, man. And Arn Anderson, that whole thing took on a life of its own, man. A week before, this guy, everyone was laughing because he fell off the apron. I felt bad for him, to be honest. But everybody was putting up memes and laughing at him. And all of a sudden, a week later, he's like the cool uncle, man. Arn Anderson. Now Tony Khan wants a little bit of that smoke. War Dog. Much love and respect, dude. Unique Butterfly. 5-spot coffee. What up, Unique? WWE did both Tony and Liv real dirty. They just won't give these ladies a chance. Absolute tragic. Well, the tragic part, Unique, is the time that they're given. You can't do a lot with that 2 minutes and expect your audience to give a fuck. That's the tragic part, Unique. No question about it. Ashley Steggles, 179. Nuclear warhead fired by the 2-year-old company. Nuclear. What are we talking about? Tessa Blanchard? Is that who you're talking about? Nuclear. What are you calling her? Nuclear warhead? We can't get back to the main show. Are we talking about Tessa Blanchard there, Ashley? Fired by a 2-year-old company. I don't know what we're talking about. If you're talking about Tessa Blanchard, she's going to what? WoW, right? WoW Wrestling with AJ Lee. Yeah, I don't know who we're talking about, Ashley. If you're talking about Tessa Blanchard. Nuclear. Yeah, Nuclear Tessa Blanchard. I think that's who we're talking about, Ashley. Anyway, much love and respect, brother. Unique Butterfly, 10-spot, couple of coffees. Seth Rollins and Edge just get together so much. They're so good at what they do. If they do long-term or extended-term storytelling, I have a feeling they both will keep it entertaining. Well, Unique, the problem is they've already been in long-term storytelling, like really long. Like Hell in a Cell has to be it, and I have my reservations on that, by the way. I'm going to talk about Edge and Rollins Hell in a Cell. We're going to discuss that in hour number 2. But Unique, I mean, after Hell in a Cell, they can't do this much longer. You have to put an end to that eventually. But yeah, I definitely agree. So far, we've seen many matches with them, long-term build throughout, and I've been invested the entire time. I usually am with Edge, though. It's good to see Rollins getting some love from the fans finally. People are actually enjoying this more than they're not. So, Unique Butterfly, no doubt. JDE, 5-spot. What up, JDE? What's good, my dude? What up, man? Congrats to your pack. Edge versus Rollins has been the best feud all year so far. No cap. Yeah, we were just talking about that, JDE, with a Unique Butterfly. I've been invested since the start of the story being told, and still, even up to last night. Edge and Rollins is one of the best feuds that pro wrestling has seen this calendar year, no doubt. As far as my pack, thank you for the congratulations, man, as I give my own pack. We're 3-1 since that bad, or 3-game win streak since we've lost that game 1 ass whooping that we took to the Saints. My Packers are back on track. Aaron Rodgers looks like Aaron Rodgers. It's good to have Randall Cobb to complement Devontae Adams. So we're looking like a team. We got a dual threat back. We have 2 fucking backs that can easily put 75 to 100 yards on your ass. So my Packers are back, man. JDE, thank you. Unique Butterfly, another 5-spot, says Paul Heyman is absolute gold in the Roman and Brock story. Story-wise, Paul cannot be 100% trusted, but he sells this story masterfully. Yeah, Unique, Paul said this too when the story was just getting started. Paul Heyman was on some fucking podcast. There's only a million of them in the community. But he was on one of them, and he actually said, Just wait and see. We got some cool stuff planned in this story. And Paul Heyman is playing this beautifully. And Unique Butterfly, we knew that he would. Unique with another 5 spot says, I noticed that the crowd is starting to chant Roman's name as if he was a babyface. If WWE is planning to turn Roman babyface, now is not the time. I totally agree. He's got he can't turn face until he loses that championship at the bare minimum, which shouldn't be until next year at the bare minimum. But on top of that, Unique, I heard the crowd response he got from San Jose last night, and I was like, uh-oh, it's happening. Roman is becoming a face. Because people are seeing how badass this character is. People are jumping aboard the Roman Express. That was a pop. And the long entrances, like The Undertaker, are making people invest even more. Like, even subconsciously, if you didn't want to believe it up front, subconsciously, you know this dude's the real deal. This dude's doing that thing. SOS, TDM 617, 2-spot, Roman, Brock, Seth, Edge will make Rampage lose. And that's what McMahon's going to do, man. He's going to stack that shit heavy with that last half an hour. Especially now, you know, word is breaking around Stamford, Connecticut that Tony Khan has issued that message straight to Vince McMahon. And now you know that is making its rounds this morning. Yes, on a weekend. McMahon is there on a weekend. Going over shit. SOS, no doubt. Thomas the Gazelle, 2-spot. Hopefully motivate Vince to put on a better show. You know? I think it's going to fucking definitely light a fire under everybody's ass to produce better. But I also feel it's a lot of unwarranted pressure onto your roster if you're Tony Khan, man. Because I just don't see how they can defeat Vince next week. Vince has, even though they're on FS1, it's going to be hard for Rampage to overtake them next week. So this is putting a lot of pressure on those wrestlers. Maybe it's wanted pressure, though. Maybe they love this shit. We'll see. Thomas the Gazelle, no doubt. Unique Butterfly, another 5-spot. It's Bruce's fault that AEW beat SmackDown next week. Yeah, blame Bruce for everything, right? That's the cool thing to do. No doubt, Unique. Carlos Ray, what up, dude? 5-spot Coffee BC. The only mistake that Tony has made is warning the enemy. That's it. Yeah, man. If you got something big you're going to promote to go head-to-head with Vince next week, just start promoting that maybe. I'm okay with the body shots even, Carlos, and the low blow shots verbally, and the messages being sent even directly to Vince. But to say what Tony said, to literally say, and this is a quote, I saw you, meaning Vince, you're doing a half-hour head-to-head with us. I can't wait to finally beat your show head-to-head. It's been a long time coming. See you next Friday. With the hashtag AEW Rampage. I mean, Carlos, he's saying we're going to beat you. But numbers-wise, I don't know if they even possibly can. I don't even know if this is like even in the realm of possibilities. So you're just setting yourself up for a loss. You'll get some people to view maybe. And maybe that's all he can. I don't know, man. Carlos, he didn't just warn the enemy. He fucking told you straight out, we're going to beat you. Fucking A, man. Reginald Rembo. What up, Reginald? 2-spot. Tony Khan is just addressing the goat in the room. Oh, the elephant in the room. I thought you meant Tony was the goat. Tony Khan is addressing the elephant in the room. Yeah, no doubt. We're all going to be talking this week about how for that half an hour, the first half an hour of a live Rampage, Vince McMahon SmackDown is head-to-head with it. I believe this is, as Tony said, this is the first time that the main show has been head-to-head with AEW, correct? I think that's what Tony is alluding to. I don't think Raw ever went head-to-head with them, and I don't think SmackDown, even for a minute, has gone head-to-head with them. So, JR9, thank you. It's the first fucking time. So, I mean, this is going to be the talk of the week no matter what. Tony Khan just added the whole fucking gas station. Not gasoline to the fire. Tony Khan just added the gas station to the fire. He doesn't want the smoke. He wants the explosion. Reginald Rumble, no doubt. SOS TDM 6172 spot. Like my grandfather said, we play second to nobody. Hope you don't mind me putting a little bit of Italian to that. We don't play second fiddle to nobody, and BC means nobody. No doubt, SOS. My granddaddy was one of those tough son bitches too, man. You guys see the t-shirt down below. The one that literally says, I don't like you. Please stop talking. I don't like you. That was my grandfather in bar rooms. He just wanted his fucking whiskey or his drink. And if you tried to shoot the shit with him, if you tried to fucking play nice talk, he would look at you. And if you kept running your mouth, he would say, please stop talking. I don't like you. In other words, we're not friends. And if you did not obey and listen, if you kept your fucking mouth going, if you gave him a pat on the back like you are buddies, he was putting you through the nearest brick wall. Anyway, SOS TDM 617. We grew up with respect. It's a whole different realm, brah. Unique Butterfly, 10 spot, couple of Starbuckses and about 3 or 4 Dunkins. Unique says it's a pretty bold statement to make by TK. Hope he backs it up. However, I do appreciate his fighting words. Good. Keep his elbow on the old man's neck. Unique Butterfly says go for it. Well, he went for it, Unique. And I also appreciate the fighting words. To say that we're going to beat you, that's a fucking statement, man. I don't know if he's going to regret that through the week. I don't know if Tony regrets it right now or if Tony stands by that 1,000,000% right now as he's reviewing that. As people are calling him right now, like, what did you do? Maybe Tony is telling them, you're damn right I knew what I was doing and I would do it again. And who's to say this is the last time Tony is going to send a message to Vince this week? Never know, bro. But yeah. Unique Butterfly, man. He is putting the boots to Vinnie Mac verbally already. Christopher Blackshear, $4.99. What up, Christopher? How does Storm and Morgan lose in the first round? Who made these damn brackets for both tourneys? Ending a crown jewel. Coincidence? Doubt it. Christopher Blackshear, it's not even just the fact that they lost, man. Look at the time that they were given. Both roughly 2 minutes. One match went a few seconds more than 2 minutes. Another match barely went over 1.5 minutes. So Christopher Blackshear, not only is that an accurate statement, but inaccurate questions to ask, even though we know the answers, but it's even worse than that. It's the time they were given, how they lost. It's the old man for you, Christopher. Ashley Steggles, $8.99. I want AEW to beat SmackDown so Vince seriously gets that wake-up call and well-deserved kick in the how you doings up his rear. You and me both, Ashley. I've said this time and time again, and I actually want to see WWE succeed. I'm not one of these people that wants to see it fail. I want to watch a show and love what I am watching. Talk more positive than negative. I want to do that. In order to do that, though, Vince needs somebody to smack him upside his dome piece. Tony Khan is that person. Is this too early to be talking that type of shit that Tony has sent to Vince McMahon late last night? That type of a message. Is it too early? Should we wait on that? Should we get the ratings up a little bit more? That's my question. Ashley Steggles. But yeah, man, Vince McMahon has to get that smack upside his dome piece. There's no way around it. Unique Butterfly, another 2 spots, says Roman Reigns is now all elite. LOL. Yeah, they're going to need that if they're planning on beating SmackDown next week. It's going to have to be Wyndham Rotunda or they get a fucking Roman Reigns Unique. So even though that's an LOL fucking super, they're going to need something like that. Sheriff Rivers, 5-spot coffee. Did anyone notice that for both brackets, the matches are all rematches? Of course, well, they have nothing else to fall back on, Sheriff Rivers. Even when you see this brand split taking effect in 2 weeks, this shake up that was never shaking up anything, just look at the rosters. Nothing's shooken up. You got a few people that moved over, but you give it 1 to 2 months tops, and I'm being generous. And Sheriff Rivers, it's going to be right back to rematch after rematch after rematch. Shit, Edge and Seth Rollins, who have been in a multi-month feud, who have already wrestled 3 or 4 times, they're going to wrestle at Hell in a Cell, at Crown Jewel. They're both going over to Raw. So you know we're going to see that 13 more times within the next calendar year. So nobody's surprised by that, Sheriff Rivers, but yeah, all rematches. SOS TDM 617, another 2 spot. Mom, dad, aunts, uncles whooped my black ass. LOL. Yeah, man. When you got out of line back in the day, man, anybody in your family, anyone that was older, any elder that you should be respecting, if you showed disrespect, you were getting 5 across the eye. No doubt, SOS. Dante Jarrett, 23, 5-spot. They're going to end up giving the Queen's crown to Dana Brooke. Stupid booking with Liv and Tony being eliminated. It's beyond stupid. Again, time-wise is my biggest thing with Liv and Tony, Dante Jarrett. And as far as giving Dana Brooke it, you guys see the controversy with Corey Graves? Because Corey Graves, while Dana was having her match this past week, Corey Graves was talking about how Dana Brooke has accomplished nothing in the years she's been with WWE. And Dana Brooke was getting a lot of people asking her about that. So Dana finally issued a statement saying, I'm not even trying to hear that noise. It just makes me more fired up. It makes me want to be better, blah, blah, blah. So people started turning on Corey Graves and really coming down on Graves. So this whole thing may make Vince McMahon make Dana Brooke become the fucking... Is she in this tournament Monday, Dana Brooke? Does anybody know? I didn't see the Monday bracket yet. I take this show by show, man, sometimes. Because Monday Night Raw will give me a fucking automatic headache if I even think about it. Is Dana Brooke in this tournament? Dana versus Shayna, Doudrop versus Natty. Could you imagine if Dana Brooke ends up winning this motherfucker, guys? That's not even shade. Could you imagine that? Dante Jared 23. Dave Mealy's up in here with that $4.99. What up, Dave? Had to put you on the big screen. Hopefully the neighbors in my hotel don't get too pissed from the amplification. Red team, go! They're probably going to get pissed off, man, especially if you have this volume even at semi-loud. Once we start yelling, man, we start to echo. Dave Mealy, much love and respect, man. Thanks for the support. Respect right back to you. Unique Butterfly, 10 spot, couple more coffees by Unique, man, VIP status. I said it before, I'll say it again to all the WWE faithfuls out there. I beg you, and to be clear, I don't beg, but please step out of the bubble and be unfaithful. Hashtag give AEW a chance. So Unique Butterfly is like BZ, man. Just give them a chance. If you don't like it, fine. If you even like it just a little bit, maybe you want to tune in again, give it a real chance. Unique Butterfly, thank you for spreading that word, man. It's not because we get a paycheck from AEW or Tony Khan. It's because this is going to make Vince McMahon and WWE better. So if you truly love WWE, you will give AEW a chance. Well put, Unique Butterfly. Eric Decker, 5-spot coffee. Wait until WWE 2K22 comes out. Longest entrance for a Roman. Oh, bro, that'll be a half an hour, right? Just like BC says. I'll try to keep you here only a half an hour. 2 hours later. Eric Decker, man. Roman's entrance will be a whole fucking... You can go to the bathroom, make a sandwich, pick up a bad habit, maybe start smoking or something. Who knows? And he'll still be in the middle of his entrance. Guys, that was a loaded first round of supers, man. That was a lot. You guys came fucking rocking, man, on a Saturday morning live stream. When I say my amp unit is the best, that ain't just words. That's literally fact. My amp unit is the best. So much love, man. To the hundreds that are live on a fucking early Saturday morning, to the thousands that are going to catch this within the next 36 to 48 hours. Whether you caught this live or not, I want you guys to know you're the best, and thank you. And I'll get to the... I know there was a lot more supers while I was going over round number 1 of the supers. I'll get to you guys after I go over the next hour of SmackDown, hour number 2. So... let's do that now after a swig. Queen's Crown Tournament for round number 1, man. This was Carmella versus Liv Morgan. Just like Zelina and Toni Storm from earlier, this match was legit 2 minutes, maybe a few seconds less. One of them went over 2 minutes barely, and one of them went over 1.5 minutes barely. So either way you look at it, this was no more than 2 fucking minutes at best. And hold on. Zelina. Hold on. No. Zelina and fucking... oh, yeah. Hold on, we got a little bit of a notes mix-up here, man. Notes mix-up. Yeah, well, wrestling reads. What happened to the women's wrestling, dude? Yeah, it got fucked up. In fact, they even got BC's notes fucked up. Earlier in the night was the code red. Yeah, and we already went over that, by the way. There were so many supers, I forgot if I went over Zelina and fucking Tony from earlier, guys. But I did. If you missed it and you're just joining, check that earlier. So that was my mix-up. For a moment, I thought I did not go over Zelina and Tony. I did. And just like Zelina and Tony, Carmella and Liv Morgan did not produce anything more than 2 fucking minutes either. Morgan is defeated. Mella defeats Morgan via a super kick. I thought Morgan was on her way to getting a little push. Recently, didn't it look like she was getting pushed a little bit? She even got a victory around a fucking Extreme Non-Rules, Normal Rules pay-per-view. I don't know if it was at that event or the next Monday or Friday, whatever the fuck, but she got a victory finally around that weekend. And then here she is taking a simplistic 2-minute L via a super kick. I thought she was getting a little bit of a push, just a little bit. Nothing. Who was it? JR9. Morgan beat Mella on Extreme Rules kickoff. Okay, even though it was a kickoff show. She won. Oh, and that was the same match, JR9. Exactly. And then in JR9, didn't they have another match too? Like a few days later or some shit? So the bottom line is, then what is this 50-50 booking accomplishing? You're doing nothing for Liv Morgan. You're making her look like a fucking idiot, just like you just did with Toni Storm. The time frame is amazing to me. I don't know what they think they're going to accomplish in 2 minutes. Why not just have jobber matches? Why even have a tournament if this is the shit you're going to produce? This is not proving anything. You honestly think I'm going to watch a fucking a queen get her fucking crown and we're going to go, wow, she's the best in WWE? No. Somebody with actual common sense and logic like BC is going to say, okay, that was stupid. You know Doudrop is most likely going to fucking squash whoever the fuck she's in there with. Shayna Baszler will run through somebody in 2 minutes. And then we'll just get the final rounds. And we're going to put a crown on somebody's dome piece. And what the fuck are we supposed to say? Wow, they're the best. Why even do it, man? This is not what and I'm not even a big fan of tournaments. But if you're going to do them, have some respect and prestige put into them. That's what I say, bruh. Anyway, Morgan drops this fucking match, and this was pretty fucking simplistic. 2 minutes, super kick, you're done. Happy Talk was next with Baron Corbin and Madcap Moss. Same shit we've been seeing the last couple of weeks. This was quick. This was a little 2-minute segment, and Kevin Owens was just getting beat up again. I honestly think he did not re-sign with WWE yet, and Vince doesn't know if he's going to go to AEW or if he's going to re-sign. Is he really going to be a part of Monday Night Raw? So that's why you're seeing these weird segments with Madcap and fucking Happy Corbin. And Owens just is getting beat up every week. Monday, he just does this weird stunner onto Tozawa. Vince didn't even let him speak on Monday. And that was like a 35-second segment. I mean, this does not look like... And you're not giving Owens any reason to stick around. You're giving him zero reason to stick around. So that was fucking weird. Naomi is then face-to-face with Sonya Deville backstage, and this actually set up from what I remember, man. I had a little bit of business to take care of simultaneously, but what I think I heard, JR9, back me up on this, what I think I heard, my notes were not concluded for this segment. I think we're getting Naomi Sonya next week on SmackDown, supersized, am I right? Did I hear that correct? JR9, is that going to be on SmackDown, Naomi versus Sonya Deville? Next week, yes, confirmed by JR9 and many of you guys. So that's Sonya Deville's, that's part of Sonya Deville. This is her first match in a long time. This is huge. And Naomi, finally in a storyline again. I've been asking for this for what seems like years. So for BC, man, I may be a little biased because I love Naomi. And I actually have respect for Sonya Deville, man. And I actually I'm looking forward to this shit. They also announced Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch, I believe, for next week's SmackDown. But I'm looking forward to Naomi and Sonya just as much as the rematch from Hell in a Cell a couple years ago. Becky Lynch versus Sasha. Both of those women's matches intrigue me. I hope they do not give them 2 fucking minutes. Or everyone associated with WWE needs to go through the brick wall. Both of those ladies' matches need to go over 2 minutes. I don't give a fuck about the stupid fucking tournaments anymore because it's clear they're not putting any care into them. But those 2 matches next Friday, yeah, they got to go big time. Finn Balor versus Cesaro, first round of the King's tournament, the King of the Ring tournament. Cesaro, Balor on paper, you know they're going to deliver. And they did. This was a good match with just one major problem. Neither of these dudes can afford a loss. Neither. Both suffered major losses to Roman Reigns recently. Cesaro lost to Roman, and then it seemed like he was gone for months. So Cesaro needs to definitely return and collect a W. So Cesaro cannot lose last night, period. Finn Balor just lost at the last pay-per-view to Roman as the Demon, so he can't fucking lose. You put yourself in a lose-lose situation. It's exactly what you did. So one of these people have to lose, man. And I believe it was a coup de grace, and Balor defeats Cesaro. Great for Balor. What the fuck happened to Cesaro? I mean, I believe what he was. Is he staying on SmackDown or was he a Raw draft, guys? Real quick, man. I'm doing a multi-hour fucking podcast for you guys, man. There's a lot that's on the dome piece I got to spit out to you. I can't remember every motherfucker's placement. So he's staying on SmackDown? Cesaro? Is that what you guys are telling me? He's staying on SmackDown. So what the fuck? This poor fucking guy, he can't get nothing. It's one thing if like Jeff Hardy, where he just lost his fucking Raw match, but he's talking about finding himself or going back to the old Hardy, if you know what I'm talking about, man. Maybe some Willow action, we don't know. But Hardy's talking about a new beginning basically on SmackDown. Cesaro, he's still getting beat. There's no new beginning for Cesaro. This guy's just eating fucking L's as the draft begins and he's in the same fucking place. This guy ain't moving shit. I don't know what this does for Cesaro. I'm being generous here. I know exactly what it does. Nothing. So yes, we get our good match on SmackDown, right? We get to sit back, relax, and enjoy it, right? We get a good match. But if you're not thinking about the well-being of the characters going forward, if you're not thinking about the future of your talent and what these matches mean for them and how dastardly it could be and damaging to them, then you're not giving the fans the very best. You're not giving your talent the very best. Anyway, that's my side rant on Cesaro because it's another one of those situations where, sure, man, you're going to give fans a good match, but neither man can actually lose the match. Literally cannot lose. Seth Rollins, this was the main event spot and segment here, man. Seth Rollins calls out Edge. Edge drives up in his truck as shown on the Tron. And Seth retreats to get a steel chair. Getting all fucking choked up, man. Let me get a sip. What are we going on? Are we at an hour yet? Man, over an hour, man. We're not even done with SmackDown's review. Hold on. This may take a minute. You guys are on fire with the supers, man. I had to spend time with my VIP clique. So Edge drives up in his truck as shown on the Tron. Seth retreats to get a steel chair. Edge gives zero fucks about any fucking weapon. And Edge literally speared Seth Rollins out of his loafers. So then Rollins is able to kind of get outside a little bit. Edge catapults him over the commentary table with such thrust that Pat McAfee almost got catapulted into the ring post. He got caught up in the headset, and McAfee almost went fucking flinging into the ring post. McAfee started to just run away. Michael Cole had to, like, call him back, and you kind of see McAfee, like, trying to tiptoe back to the commentary table. It was great, man. McAfee is a fucking gem, man. McAfee is a fucking diamond in the rough. And then Rollins is, I believe, able to retreat, but before he gets away, Edge gets on the mic and Edge says, just literally, this is a quote, "You, me, hell in a cell." And Edge being Edge is fucking, I mean, he's priceless in this, man. I mean, he's definitely selling this thing. His facial expressions and mannerisms alone make you want to watch this Hell in a Cell match. Now, and trust me, man, I like the idea of this feud culminating inside Hell in a Cell. If there was ever a feud that deserves Hell in a Cell, it's Rollins and Edge. So I'm down with that. But, and there's a huge but, I can't help but feel like the Hell in a Cell concept has not only been diluted and devalued, but dare I say ruined over the past several years. Because I can't just get out of my dome piece what happened with Rollins and The Fiend a couple of years ago. When the referee stopped the match. How do you stop a Hell in a Cell match? The whole point of the Hell in a Cell concept is because this is the one place you can go to settle it no matter what. There's no fucking rules, there's no stoppages. And they fucking made a rule and stopped it. So that was the first nail into that coffin. And then you guys saw what happened to Hell in a Cell over the past couple of years. Shit, this year, they pimped out the name. There was a Hell in a Cell match 2 nights before the actual pay-per-view. And on the pay-per-view, the fucking match that was Hell in a Cell, nothing called for it. And then the Monday Night Raw after, they had another Hell in a Cell match to really devalue the name Hell in a Cell. And that was another feud that had no reason. I think it was like Xavier Woods versus Bobby Lashley. I mean, they were just throwing individuals in there and saying it's Hell in a Cell worthy. And it was 3 nights of Hell in a Cell on Hell in a Cell weekend. And none of them belonged in Hell in a Cell. And we're supposed to forget that shit? Nah. So I can't, even though this is the type of match that you would want to see in Hell in a Cell, I know there's a lot of you guys like BC that it's just been devalued. Money in the Bank has been devalued. And nearly, if not ruined, because of the dumb decisions they've made with the Money in the Bank match and briefcase. Hell in a Cell has been devalued and, dare I say, ruined because of the decisions that they've made with that event and match type. Extreme Rules. 2 weeks ago, last week, whatever the fuck, Extreme Rules. We went into Extreme Rules, as in the actual event started, and the fucking lineup wasn't even penciled in yet. The card was not even finalized. And they gave us 1 stipulation match on Extreme Rules. And it was an Extreme Rules match for no fucking reason between Demon and Roman. It didn't call for Extreme Rules. So Extreme Rules has been devalued and, dare I say, ruined. Nobody with common sense and logic can argue the fact that Money in the Bank, Hell in a Cell, Extreme Rules, all these gimmick pay-per-views, they gotta go if you ain't gonna do it correctly. Bottom line, if you're not gonna do it right, don't do it at all. Because I was fine when Money in the Bank was a part of WrestleMania. I thought it was a great part. They did things correctly. So I like it on one hand. It belongs in something like Hell in a Cell. My problem is with the company. Did they already ruin Hell in a Cell? Chat, do you guys think they should do away with gimmick pay-per-views or keep them? A lot of you guys are saying, check your leader to the fucking gimmick pay-per-views. Yeah, it has been ruined, man. It's going kind of fast, and I'm on a delay, but yeah. I mean, we love them. It would be cool if they could do it correctly. The Money in the Bank, a fucking pay-per-view around it, cool. Extreme Rules, cool. Hell in a Cell, they can't do them correctly. So just have them as part of pay-per-views. An Extreme Rules match every now and again at a pay-per-view. A Hell in a Cell match every now and again at a pay-per-view. Money in the Bank at a WrestleMania or some shit. It's the only way it has to be. So I agree with you guys, or vice versa. You guys agree with BC. Either way. We're thinking along the same lines here, man. They're not doing it correctly. It has to go. Only way around it, man. Let me get over to some VIPs, man. The show ended like that, man. Hell in a Cell, there was a pop, and then they realized there was a time issue where they had to spend another 90 seconds with them just staring at one another. They could have gave those 90 seconds to one of the women's tournament matches, but no. Damn it, we can't give them that amount of time. We can't give the women more time. Damn it, they'll screw it up. No, Vince, they might put on a good fucking wrestling match. Here's a crazy concept. Tony Storm and Zelina Vega are good wrestlers. They'll put on a good match. Mella has greatly improved. Liv Morgan can rock. Let Mella and Morgan get an extra minute of time. Crazy concept. No, Vince won't give him that time though, man. He'll make sure there's enough time for Edge and Rollins to stare at each other for 3 fucking minutes. Like we needed that shit. By then, the pop was already over. Which, you can't make it up, man. And the show comes to an end, man. So that was SmackDown. If you guys want to stick around, man, I'm going to go over some Rampage, too. They had an hour show last night, Rampage. I do want to go over Tony Khan's comment again. So that's going to be SmackDown's review. I do have on quickly, we're going to go over Rampage as well, though, because I want to support AEW, man, and I want to show that. I just don't want to say I'm going to support AEW. I want to show that by actually reviewing their product and raising awareness to AEW to my audience. So I'm going to talk a little bit of AEW as well, if you guys don't mind. So, or even if you do mind, I'm talking AEW either way. So that's what's happening. Let me get to the second round of supers though first, guys, because there was a big second round that came in. And it started with Lorenzo Feltz. 5-Spot Coffee, Lorenzo. What's up, BC? Just checking in, bro. Lorenzo, thanks for stopping by and smashing that up, man. Taking the time to show BC respect. I want to send it right back to you, Lorenzo Feltz. Thank you, dude. Hope all is rocking, Lorenzo Feltz. Much love and respect. Right back to you. Quincy Gray, 5-Spot Coffee. What up, Quincy? Off-topic subject, but I watch old ECW pay-per-views and I watch today's indie shows, and they're good, but they can't even touch ECW back in the day. Why is that? Quincy Gray, first of all, it was the time, man. The era that we were in, the time, kids, it was all, the music was very heavy. I mean, indie music, all of that shit, man. If it wasn't mainstream, it was cool. Even more so than it is today, man. So if it wasn't mainstream, it was cool. If it was indie, it was cool. ECW was like this little niche product that if you knew, you knew, and it was cool. And it was at a time where you had the Stone Cold shit. I mean, a lot of what you saw in the Attitude Era with Nitro versus Raw stemmed from Paul Heyman's ECW. It was just amazing, Quincy Gray. So I wish I could tell you an exact answer, but it would take me an hour. There were so many things that Paul Heyman was doing with ECW that just made it, you had to watch. And it didn't matter, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. I'll get back to that. I just noticed we're about to hit 200 on the ups, man. I love seeing that whole number live. We're about to hit 200, so I want to thank you guys on that, man. I love watching that. That was really cool. So thank you guys on that, man. I did want to... Yeah, I'm on a delay, but I did want to thank you guys for that. And we smashed it out, man. 200 live. That's greatly going to show the thousands that are going to come and check this out later. That's going to show that we rocked out the stream as we now head toward 300 on a Saturday live stream, Saturday morning. They tried to tell me, BC, don't do it at certain times, man. People will not watch. Motherfucker, don't give a fuck. When I start class, it's in session. If people want to fucking tune in, cool. It's so awesome to see that, man. Thank you, guys. It's good to know that no matter when I start, man, my unit's going to show up and show out. But who was that? Quincy Gray. ECW was just amazing. It really was fucking amazing, brah. So, yeah, ECW. Chat, tell Quincy Gray, what was the best part of ECW? If you could name one thing, what was the best part of ECW, chat? We'll find out right now, Quincy Gray, because it was just so many things, you know what I mean? Yeah, Sir Charles on New Jack, for instance. RVD says Black Ice 22. Yeah, you had Raven, Rhino. So a lot of you guys are saying the wrestlers. That's it. I mean, you guys are naming wrestlers. Derek just says extreme violence. Yeah, Sabu, brother, yeah. The grittiness, says Mini Lemmy, no doubt, man. You didn't see that. Even as much as the Attitude Era tried to mimic it at times, you were not seeing what you saw in ECW anywhere else. Fan interactions, and I'm going to take that even farther. Who was that? Carlos. Fan interactions, they were in your lap fighting. The matches would end up in your lap, man. Paul Heyman's father, I believe, was a lawyer. and he has family members that are lawyers, and Paul Heyman says he was always in litigation. Small venue, says James. Yeah, so that niche feeling. Yeah, Paul Heyman's speeches, Dave, man. Paul Heyman would give the best hoorah speeches before the events even started. And then he would get into the ring until the fans, these awesome fucking promos would be cut. ECW One Night Stand was incredible, JR9. I do agree with that, man. That was under the... Wait, is that the WWE pay-per-view of ECW? JR9? Yeah, the fans, Iron Riaz, no doubt. Francine getting pile drivers. Fuck yeah. One Night Stand was WWE's ECW pay-per-view, right? Their first one, I believe. One Night Stand. I used to love that. I watched that pay-per-view like 37 times. Yeah, that was the, 2005, yep. Yep, John Cena RVD, yes. I watched that pay-per-view probably 37 times, man. And then WWE just took ECW and ran it into the ground. I don't know what the fuck they did, man. Anyway, I thought that super deserved a little bit more time because Quincy, there's not one answer. ECW was just special. It was a time in all of our lives that we'll never get back, and today's gen will never really truly be able to feel again because it was just so damn unique. Thank you, Quincy. Jay 499. Hey BC, I changed my name from Life of Jay, but would you want The Rock to return at Survivor Series or the Royal Rumble? Life of Jay, it don't matter, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for telling me so I know that's Life of Jay. But Jay, I'm saying Rock. If you're setting up a Mania match, probably the Rumble. I know they want to do some anniversary shit for Survivor Series, but I would probably say Rumble. But the thing is, do you do Rock and Roman this upcoming year for WrestleMania? Or Jay, or anybody in the chat, do you do Rock Roman at the following year's Mania? Because isn't that in LA? I believe that's in California. That would rock better. But then, do you have Roman hold that title all the way into 2022? Or no, 2023 at that point? That's a long fucking time. I don't know, Jay. I would say Royal Rumble, I think, not the Survivor Series. But it depends on when they want to do Roman versus Rock. So I know that's a little bit of a long-winded answer there, Jay. Thank you, dude. Carlos Ray, 5-spot BC. I'm all for the trash talk, but is this the right time or is this spite for SmackDown going into Rampage's time? Yeah, Tony Khan has always kind of talked some trash. This is the first time, Carlos, that any of us has heard Tony Khan tell Vince that he's going to straight up beat him next Friday. It sounds like Tony Khan's actually a little pissed off that they're doing a half an hour run over. And they're leaking into a live Rampage. This was a big event for Tony next week. And I think he's a little pissed off. Like, why do you got to do the half-hour run, man? Like we played, cool. We come on after you. We don't try to even compete with you. And now you're doing the half-hour supersized edition so nobody can tune into our shit until the last half an hour. And by that point, maybe forget about it. So Tony Khan got pissed off. And he fucking delivered that, Carlos. So I don't know, man. We're not in this guy's dome piece, but... Carlos, those are more than fighting words, bro. He doesn't want the smoke. He wants the explosion. And Tony Khan went right to Vince McMahon, message right to Vince McMahon and said, "We're gonna beat you next Friday." I don't know, bro. Carlos, is this the right time? I would say no. Build up those ratings a little bit, but Tony Khan gives zero fucks. Tony Khan has shown you he's gonna talk that shit, and he's willing to spend money to try to get to that fucking ultimate prize. Everybody used to talk shit about my New York Yankees because they used to spend so much money and they bought their championships. But when it's all said and done 100 years from now, guess who has 27 world fucking titles? My New York Yankees. It doesn't fucking matter if you spent a lot. That's because George Steinbrenner didn't care about making more. He was going to invest that money back into the team. Championships, winning mattered more than money. Vince McMahon nowadays cares just about the money. He doesn't even give a fuck about his product. That's why I respect Tony Khan. Tony Khan respects the product, and he's willing to pay for it. He's willing to let go of a lot of money, lose money, if it means winning and giving the fans something really, truly special. What we have right now is a failure to communicate. between Vince and Tony Khan. It's two dudes at the top of their game, two of the biggest companies in the world when it comes to wrestling, and both of them have such different philosophies. One person, it's all about the money and it doesn't matter about the product. And the other person, it's all about the product and he's willing to lose money. Only one can remain at the top with those type of business models. And we'll have to see, Carlos, who it's going to be. Reese, 5-Spot Coffee. What up, Reese? The only thing beating SmackDown next week is Wyndham Rotunda showing up. No lies detected. I would love if AEW docked Vince on his ass next Friday. I would love it. But I just don't see how that's possible, man. I mean, isn't Rampage fucking around with 6, 7, 800K ratings for Friday nights? How the fuck are you even going to try to hit 1 million, much less beat Vince's SmackDown? These are some big words by Tony Khan. That's why I thought he got hacked or some shit. I didn't think that was really him. I thought he was just maybe drunk and he's going to apologize this morning. No, he's standing by that, man. Let me do a refresh here. Hold on. That's still up on Tony Khan's main page. He's standing by those fucking words. Reese, no doubt. Derek Fleming Jr., $4.99. What up, Derek Fleming Jr.? Just wanted to show love to the channel. Love the content. TK is coming for the king's head. Haha, I love it. No more humble Tony. Better come with it. Derek Fleming, thank you for the kind words, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. I'm glad that I can entertain you. And thank you for coming by the channel, smashing that up and showing that love and respect. Derek Fleming Jr., right back to you, dude. As far as Tony, man, coming for Vince, no more humble Tony is correct. I don't think he ever was. But now the gloves are off. He never truly went head-to-head with Vince's main shows, and now Vince is going head-to-head with him. I think Tony Khan feels disrespected. Tony Khan says gloves are off. Tony Khan is coming for Vince McMahon. Can he actually do it? We're going to have to wait and see. Sheriff Rivers, 5-Spot Coffee. What up, Sheriff Rivers? Again with another coffee. King of the Ring tournament, one match, and we on the semifinals already. What the fuck? Yeah, this is a quick one, just to pop a little bit of crown jewel buzz, Sheriff Rivers. Women's tournament, the Queen's Crown, and the King of the Ring for the men. It's all just to pop some crown jewel buzz. So we know what this is all about, Sheriff Rivers, and that's why as fans, we can't really invest into this son of a bitch. Especially, Sheriff Rivers, when you see the women getting 2-minute matches. One of them didn't even go to 2 minutes. Not fucking cool. Jay, what up, Jay? $4.99, another coffee from Jay, formerly the life of Jay. The only way to get Roman cheered was to turn him heel. We have been telling Vince for years. Don't know why it took so long for this to happen. Yes, you do, Jay, because Vince McMahon, VKM, is that fucking stubborn. And when you're that stubborn and the fans are trying to tell you we see something huge in Roman, just turn him heel and give him a chance. When you're that stubborn, you're willing to sacrifice your own fucking company and the well-being of your company and the characters in it because you don't want to budge for the fans. Finally, when Roman came back, Roman told Vince this is what needs to happen. And that's the only reason we're getting this Roman right now, Jay. You know that. BC's Blue Martyr. 2-spot, Daniel Garcia and Punk match of the night. We haven't gone over it yet. Maybe. BC's Blue Marker, possibly. I think that would go to actually Finn Balor and Cesaro, to be honest with you. But Punk is still trying to get his cardio back up, bro. You saw that match last night. It was good, and we're going to go over it. But Punk was, man, he was winded so much in that match, man. So it's going to be a minute before I start saying CM Punk matches are match of the night. And that was only 14 minutes, let's be honest. But I'm going to say Cesaro Finn Balor was match of the night. BC's Blue Marker. Thank you, brother. Carlos Ray, 5-Spot. BC, did you see the company that texted Strowman that they had a good position open for him as janitor, a custodian position? Laugh my ass off. Poor guy. I don't know anything about that, Carlos. I don't know any company that I don't do the whole social thing as much as I don't need to, so I don't follow Braun Strowman. I saw a fake report that Braun Strowman begged for his job back for WWE. I mean, is this another Meltzer? Who's reporting this? That is so stupid. He's not going to beg for his job back, but maybe he texted someone and asked, hey, man, what's the deal? I don't think Strowman is begging, like he's in his basement banging his head on the wall crying for his job back, A. B, I doubt very much somebody would know that and then leak that. These stories are getting so fucking stupid, and there's people on this platform that eat it up because it sounds like such a good thing that'll get clicks. I'm going to get clicks. You hear about Strowman? He's begging for his job back. Will you guys stop, man? This shit is becoming ludicrous, man. Like, this is, and then you know what we get? We start widening the goalposts. We start saying things like, well, BC, it's something that you think would happen, though, man. Oh, okay, a lot of things might happen in the world, or we would think could. There's a lot of things that believably might happen. We can't say it fucking happened just because it could happen. Stop widening the goalposts. Who are these fucking sources? No. We keep the goalpost wide, right? Well, BC, we can't name the source because then there won't be a source. And the stories keep getting weirder and weirder. Somebody knows that Braun Strowman begged for his job back. Okay. I'm sure Vince McMahon leaked that. I'm sure Brucey Pritchard and Kevin Dunn are telling everybody, hey, did you hear about Braun? He fucking begged for his job back. First of all, Brucey Pritchard likes fucking Braun. They actually have a decent relationship. So it wouldn't even be Brucey. It wouldn't be fucking Kevin Dunn, obviously. I don't think fucking Buckenheiser is leaking fucking news to Meltzer or anybody. So these stories are getting so damn weird. And why I get pissed off is then I have people that go, well, BC, how do you feel about Braun begging for his job back? And I have to now address stupidity. Because there's people in this community that hear such stupid shit and they actually believe it. Because it could happen. And then I have to cover up somebody else's mess. I can't stand that shit. I wish people in this community, especially people with platforms, would stop going on just controversy. Stop going on just speculation. Stop just going on rumor or what could happen. If we started dealing with fucking actual facts, we could maybe help change the wrestling business. But the wrestlers and the companies will never look at us, keenly anyway, or with any fucking sense that we know what we're talking about if we keep talking about fucking nonsensical bullshit. We will never be taken seriously if this is the shit we're talking about. Because it'll get clicks. That's what frustrates me. When these stupid stories come out and you automatically know it's a lie or it's bogus or there's more to it or it's just dumb, nonsensical, it's bullshit, but people actually believe it or know it'll get clicks and they'll make a big deal out of it and then BC has to address the fucking story. Braun Strowman begged for his job back. Yeah, where's the proof? Well, we can't tell you, BC, because the source can't name himself. Who the fuck told you this? Now we know exact conversations? But nobody cares. If it's a good headline, we want to be entertained. Let's talk about it. You guys need to do better than that, man. If you see that shit, throw it to the wayside. You have to know what is fucking valid and what is not. What is truth and what is not. You guys have to be better. I know my unit is. This is to anybody watching not part of the unit. Carlos, much love. Carlos, another 5 spot. BC, also thanks to the Twitch hacker, we got to see why WWE superstars would rather be fired than share their account proceeds with WWE. Yeah, Carlos, Adam Cole's raking in like, what, 340-something K every year? Just from fucking video games. It's amazing, man. People will pay money. People will watch for hours somebody playing a video game. JR9, don't you got a fucking game channel, bruh? I think my boy rocks it out like that, man. So I can't, there's no even hate. The fact that it's that popular. I'm blown away that people will invest that much time on watching somebody play video games, man. Game channel, BC, JR9 Gaming. Yeah, man, much love. I mean, I'm rocked by that. I couldn't even, I mean, maybe when I was a kid, I would do that. I don't know. Now I'm just too busy to do that, man. There's no way I could even watch. I can't even watch other fucking videos and shit. I don't have the time. When people say, BC, do you watch anybody else in the community? And I say, no, it's the truth. I don't have the time. There's no time to watch anyone else. I literally can't. But these people are making bank on their little Twitches and shit. Playing video games, and people are watching, and pretty fucking nuts, man. Yeah, Carlos, that's fucking huge, bro. I think there was some more supers as well, guys. I'll get over them. I want to go over Rampage last night, though, first. CM Punk versus Daniel Garcia. This was a 14-minute match. I was very surprised they let Daniel Garcia go 14 minutes with CM Punk. If Garcia can take 14, you got to believe Ricky Starks would go 28 minutes. MJF would take 42 minutes with CM Punk, and Malachi would go an hour. Like, they let fucking Daniel Garcia go 14 minutes with CM Punk. It was a good little match, though. The crowd was actually, at one moment, they got caught up in it being a CM Punk match. They were chanting, "This is awesome." Not the whole arena, just a quarter of it. But BC can confirm it was not awesome. At no point during that CM Punk Garcia match was it awesome. We are throwing out that chant for everything nowadays, man. Give it time, and we are going to see Dana Brooke and Eva Marie get a "This is awesome" chant. It was a good little match. Awesome? You're putting that in fucking Undertaker Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25 territory? Because that's awesome. You just told me that CM Punk and Daniel Garcia is just as good as Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. As a community, we have to get a better chant than "This is awesome." "This is awesome" should only be reserved for matches that are actually awesome. As a community, we need something after or before "This is awesome." Right? "This is almost awesome," or something, like almost a superhero. Maybe it doesn't go quite as far. There's not a lot of rhythm behind it, but I don't give a fuck. Almost awesome. Can we chant that maybe? Almost awesome. It's respect. It's telling CM Punk and Daniel Garcia, hey, you're almost awesome in this. This is decent. I like that. This is decent. This is cool. This is good shit. But awesome? Punk wins this match eventually, 14 fucking minutes later, man. It makes you think if he ever goes against a Ricky Starks or something, man, that's going to be a fucking 40-minute match. Punk is good. You thought Punk was winded last night 4 times? Man. And Punk doesn't just win this, man. He doesn't win it by the GTS. He wins it with the Anaconda Vice, I believe, correct? I think it was the submission, the Anaconda device. So it was not GTS. So this was a little bit different, man, for Punk. This is his 3rd match. One was at the pay-per-view. One was on, I think that was actually Rampage as well. And this is his 3rd match, televised or pay-per-view. Anaconda Vice, exactly. So this wasn't even the GTS. So, hey, pretty good for Punk. And Daniel Garcia's grown on BC, by the way, man. When I first saw Garcia, I'm like, oh, great. Another fucking 5'4" dude, 125 pounds. I mean, what the fuck is he going to do? But after last night, man, I started really seeing the mannerisms, his facial expressions, him telling a story within the match. I started really digging this kid. So that's really cool, man. Who knows, man? Maybe Daniel Garcia can be fucking, be something in this biz. We'll see. Or is he just going to be straight fucking kind of jobber status? Possibly. The Acclaimed versus Lucha Bros. This was a 7-minute match. Frantic pace was set because of the lack of time they had. And because of this, selling was greatly lacking. For instance, Phoenix got smacked in the face with a boombox, and a minute later, he was tagged in and started flipping and diving like nothing happened to him. Now, at first, he was selling it beautifully. He got hit with the boombox, and he was fucking... You didn't see him for another minute. But once he made the tag, it was like he just came to life. And he's flipping, and he's diving, and his fucking no head trauma at all, man. I mean, this dude fucking a fire got lit up underneath his ass. He took a boombox to his dome piece. I think he'd be out for 4 minutes. But again, when the match is only 7 minutes, this is what I mean about a frantic pace will a lot of times, most of the times, lead to selling being greatly reduced to non-existent. But it was fun, though, man. There was a lot of action in this match. The Lucha Bros are just one of the most entertaining teams that BC has ever had the pleasure of watching. So whether it's 7 minutes or 77 minutes, 85, 107 minutes, the Lucha Bros are probably going to captivate. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of action, and you're going to love the Lucha Bros coming out of the match. So this was no different, man. Lucha Bros are just so much fun. And the Lucha Bros, by the way, obviously they won via pinfall at the 7-minute mark. Jade Cargill versus Sky Blue. This was a legit 1-minute match. And this was the exact definition of a squash match, a jobber match. I love them. It's a good way to build a superstar up while not tearing another star down. I say this all the time. Jobber matches are needed. BC, you had a problem with 2 women's matches on SmackDown that went barely 2 minutes. But yet you don't have a problem with this 1-minute match. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because in WWE, they're pitting a superstar versus a superstar. So them losing and playing 50-50 booking every week is devaluing them by the show. Nobody looks at either as a superstar with 50-50 booking. But when you have a jobber getting their asses whooped in 1 or 2 minutes, what you just did is you built up that superstar. And if you do enough of that correctly, at a pay-per-view when you get superstar versus superstar, or a main event of a show, it's going to be that much more impactful. Trust me, jobber matches are needed. They're important. Jade Cargill looked like a fucking beast in here. And then afterwards, you can still set up a feud. Thunder Rosa came out afterwards in street clothes with a steel chair, I believe, and Jade Cargill kind of slipped out like, not right now, motherfucker. Nope, on my time. And Thunder Rosa looks like a fucking beast. And there's no physicality. Everything perfect here. You raised up a fucking star. You built up a star. You furthered a feud. Everybody looks good. Another superstar didn't get dragged or defeated or lose prestige. Jobber matches are needed. Jade Cargill looked like a beast. Thunder Rosa looks like a beast. Cargill has this fucking match and then says, no, we're doing this on my time. And Thunder Rosa's the last one standing tall middle of the ring. And this was all built over basically a squash match. No offense to Sky Blue. Beautiful lady, by the way. No offense to her, but this was a jobber match, at least for the time being, what it was last night. So yeah, BC, you're really excited over a 1-minute Jade Cargill match. You're damn right I am, because I love when things are done correctly in pro wrestling and on these shows. I love that shit. FTW title, Philly Street Fight main event, Brian Cage versus Ricky Starks, 11-minute match. More like an 11-minute war. I honestly and thoroughly enjoyed this top to bottom. I just did, man. I was captivated by this. These are 2 stars I want to see more of. I want to see more of Brian Cage in these big spots. Ricky Starks has been growing on me by the show, by the week. So this was something that I was critiquing a little bit extra special. And, of course, Hook and Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, they both get involved, and this led to an eventual Ricky Starks victory, and Starks obviously retains the FTW championship. But, and this is a huge but, Brian Cage looked damn good in this son of a bitch. Bottom line, man, this is the type of match that can help this dude get back into the good graces with fans. Because we know that Brian Cage and his wife have been dogging out Tony Khan and AEW in recent weeks. And they've been taking to social and saying, we deserve more than this, and we're not being booked properly, and we're not getting the attention we deserve. And fans actually got pissed off at Brian Cage and his wife and said, dude, this is not the time, man. Tony Khan is in the middle of this war with Vince McMahon. Things are going good for them. They're getting these big signees. Tony Khan is trying to hit home run after home run, and you're going to diss your own fucking company when he's actually giving you time. And the company is still so brand new, you could have a lot of time in the future, a lot of attention, all of that. And a lot of fans, like other wrestlers, got pissed off at Cage. This was the type of match and performance that could get him back into the good graces with fans. I don't know if it actually accomplished that. I know that on Dynamite, Cage got no reaction when he ran out to do the run-in with Starks. He got 0 reaction, maybe even some boos. At the start of this match, if you listen to the crowd, watch the crowd, they were not into Brian Cage. By the end of it, they were much more into it. Were they more into just the fact that Starks was the opponent and it was fun? Were they more into the match concept? Was the match just that good? Who knows? But they were more into it. So that's why this type of performance, this type of match actually helps somebody like Cage. Top to bottom, I like this show by Rampage, by AEW, man, that Rampage produced. Anything over the top? Nope. But a little bit of everything. You're raising that women's division, a superstar in there with Jade Cargill, man. We know the spotlight is on the Thunder Rosas and the Britt Bakers and Ruby Soho. But don't forget about Jade Cargill. You got CM motherfucking Punk, still a big name in the wrestling business. He's starting to show off. You got a Philly street fight for a title at the end of the show. You got a good, even though it was only 7 minutes, a fucking tag match with my boys, the Lucha Bros. And the Acclaimed held their own. I mean, this was a top to bottom good fucking show. And you got to believe that Tony Khan really believes in this show. And I think that's what pisses him off the most, is that Vince McMahon is now going to match him next Friday. A half an hour, the last half an hour of Vince's supersized SmackDown is going to run right directly head-to-head with Tony Khan's Rampage. Tony Khan got pissed off, and I think that's why you saw that message. I don't know if Tony Khan thought twice about it. I don't know if anybody was there with Tony Khan to say this is not a good idea, but Tony Khan sent that message to Vince, and Tony Khan is living with that today, man, because it's still up on the page. So it is what it is. I wish him the best. I don't know how he beats Vince McMahon in SmackDown next week anyway. But if he does, could you fucking believe it? Does Tony Khan have something up his sleeve? Is Wyndham Rotunda on his way? Do we not know something? Or is this just Tony Khan just saying, we're going to beat you just on what I announced? Guys, we went over several times in this stream of what Tony Khan said, but there was also a fan that responded to the message that Tony Khan sent to Vince. And the fan says, and I quote, "Worry about your own show, Tony." Tony Khan responded to the fan and said, I quote, "I already announced the AEW Rampage card for next Friday live, and it's straight fire, Chief." So a lot of people that were okay with Tony Khan sending that message to Vince, when it came time to responding to the fan, a lot of people said, "Tony, this is where I can't be on board with you, man. You cannot respond to the fucking trolls or fans. You can't do that, Tony." I mean, Tony Khan is answering fans on his social now. You can't do that as the owner of the company. And he's calling him Chief. He's saying his show is straight fire, Chief. So this is what turned a lot of even AEW fans kind of to say, nah, Tony, stop. Leave it at the Vince message. Don't start answering all the fucking trolls and the idiots. You would think Tony Khan would know that as the owner himself. But the fact that he said his card is straight fire, Chief. Tony Khan, man, the gloves are off. This dude gives zero fucks. It's clear he's not sending his messages through any like PR department. It's not going through human resources. He is human resources. When he says he's the owner, he's the fucking owner, bro. And his messages are just him. It reminds me of fucking like everybody used to say that about the Donald. Remember the Donald? It would be 3 a.m. and he would be tweeting shit out or sending messages out. And everybody's like, lay off the scotch, Donald. I used to love them because that was some of the funniest messages he would send out. 3 a.m. Tony Khan is becoming that dude, man. You wake up in the morning and you see Tony Khan said something fucking outrageous. I'm loving it. Anyway, that was the end of Rampage as well, man. Too funny. Thank you. This has been long, man. What are you, almost 2 hours we're going toward? Thank you guys. On a Saturday morning, we started this, man. I don't do too many lives on a weekend, obviously, because we are so busy and everything, but I can get a later start today, so I was able to do this. I just thank the hundreds of you that joined me live on this Saturday morning, man. You guys are the fucking best. And to the thousands of you, I apologize that you couldn't catch this live. The thousands that are going to catch this after I put it up on the channel. Sorry you couldn't catch this live, but I am damn glad you came by to show that love, man. Smash that up. You guys are the fucking best, man. So whether you caught this live or not, man, much respect. I want to go over another round of supers, guys. Before we end the stream. Hold on, I got to remember where I was. Mr. Block Ice 22, 2 spots. Saw the title and it sounds like a challenge, VKM. It is. Mr. Block Ice, it's no clickbait, bro. I mean, this is legit what Tony Khan sent out to Vince McMahon. I saw you're going head to head. I can't wait to defeat your main show head to head. See you next Friday. It's a long time coming. Those were his words. This is a direct message to Vince McMahon that we're going to beat you next week. I just don't know how it's going to be done, Mr. Block Ice 22. War Dog, 5 Spy. You know, BC, I know we talk about Wyndham Rotunda going to AEW, but he might go to free the narrative since Adam Shear called him out. Yeah, he did say, what did he say? No, I thought he said, like, he can't wait to. Yeah, Braun said something about, like, that's the one person that he wants to do business with again or battle again or something. So, War Dog, anything's possible. You know what I mean? Like, we're hearing no reputable news on Wyndham Rotunda. None. So at this point, War Dog, anything and everything is on the table for Wyndham Rotunda. Carlos Ray, 5 Spot BC. I was at the Fort Lauderdale ECW show once where the wrestlers came out to us, held the opponent for us to use our chairs for chair shots. Laugh my ass off. Carlos, I don't specifically remember the Fort Lauderdale show. I'm sure you had the time of your fucking life, but I remember when they would do that. They would have, Carlos, do you remember when fans would actually bring the weapons? Like, they'd show up to the Philly arena and they would just have their own shit and the wrestlers would take it and they would use it. So not only would the wrestlers be fighting in your lap, they would use whatever the fuck you brought in. You could bring in a cheese grater. You could bring in your grandmother's cane. You could bring in a fucking shovel. They would use it. Carlos, man, yeah, that's that. Quincy Gray, to answer your earlier question, a lot of people did answer it. That's what made ECW so fucking awesome. Carlos, no doubt. VC Stallion 199. I always thought long matches were mainly for pay-per-views. No doubt, VC Stallion. As I always say, the tube is already kicking me off, man. I think I'm using up too much of their bandwidth, going to 2 hours, but we're not done yet. VC Stallion, I always say, have a bunch of jobber matches and this and that and build stars, and at the pay-per-view, have a good feud culminate. However, VC Stallion, if you're going to have matches that they have with a superstar versus a superstar, you got to make both look good. You're not going to do that in under 2 minutes with a fruit roll-up. That's why I like to at least see about 10 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever the fuck. But something like CM Punk, 14 minutes with Daniel Garcia already, makes me think, like, if he does have a match with a Ricky Starks down the line, or now you have to at least go to 25 minutes. So anyway, VC Stallion, absolutely longer matches for pay-per-views, but in certain situations, which Vince always does, superstar versus superstar, you better have a plan, or you better have an ample amount of time for both individuals to do what they do best, perform, sell, have the mannerisms, the expressions, and then have a great finish that makes everybody look good. VC Stallion, Prime Killer, 2 Spot. AEW should air Rampage on Tuesday and finish NXT. Yeah, especially now because Vince McMahon has his thumbs all over NXT. So he could go there and really finish the job, Prime Killer. So I'm kind of down with that. But I'm sure they love that Wednesday spot, and that's kind of home for them. Carlos Ray, another 5 Spot BC. No matter if Tony succeeds or not, Tony is to be admired for this move, not judged by a select few. But he's going to, Carlos. I mean, this is already a hot topic today, man, and everyone's going to judge a statement like that, Carlos. You know that. So there's definitely agreement. I agree with your words mostly. When you say that to the other owner of the biggest company, wrestling-wise, in the world, you're going to be open to judgment at that point. But yeah, succeed or fail, he's going to get some eyeballs to the product now, man, because this is going to be the buzz of the town. But how many, Carlos? Is he really even going to eclipse 900,000 viewers? I don't know how he's going to beat Vince, and this is going to open up the floodgates. If the ratings come out and sure enough, Kahn loses, Rampage loses to SmackDown, which is also on cable next week, you know, Carlos, that people are going to have a field day with this. So, I mean, it's going to be judge, jury, executioner at that point, dude. But yeah, there's agreement in those words, man. VC Stallion 199. Wait, I already got. Always thought long matches on TV was lazy, right? Oh, always maybe? VC Stallion, I'm going to make your always, if that's all right. Always thought long matches on TV was lazy writing. Oh, what's the alternative? 2 minutes with a fruit roll-up? Is that creative to you, VC Stallion? Because I call BS on that. Just saying. I mean, if you're doing something like a gauntlet match and there's no real meaning behind it, that's lazy booking. If you're going to take a full hour for a gauntlet match, Sometimes they're good, like Kofi Kingston, for instance. I remember that one. There was a couple of good ones. And then there's times where they do like the tag team gauntlet and shit like that, where, I mean, you're doing this whole hour-long thing for no fucking justified reason. Nobody's really coming out a winner here. Nobody's really looking good. So there is some truth, VC Stallion. There could be lazy booking behind it, given a circumstance. But I'd much rather have a longer match where people are getting the time to do what they do for a living than a 2-minute roll-up match. Carlos Ray, 5-spot. That fake report you saw was the reason this company sent out that text. Yeah, Carlos. And it's one after the other. That's just one that I'm mentioning, by the way. I'm sure you're talking about the Braun Strowman Braun Strowman begging for his job back. That weird thing that got out with no truth behind it. No reputable source that we know of. Unique Butterfly, 5-spot. Triple H is now all elite. Yeah, give it time. Triple H is still fucking... Tony Khan put him on bed rest. Tony Khan gave Triple H a fucking heart palpitations. Tony Khan whooped Triple H's ass. That's the truth. Unique Butterfly, 10-spot. The Rock is now all elite. Now that would definitely slap Vince upside his dome piece, especially since The Rock is synonymous with SmackDown. Red team, go! Yeah, Unique Rock, even though we're just having fun with it. The Rock will never leave Vince. I think Vince McMahon is in cahoots with the XFL with The Rock. I really do. I don't think right after Vince McMahon folded XFL, man, not too long after, The Rock, which is Vince's right-hand man, dude, nothing gets past The Rock or Vince McMahon if The Rock is involved with it without going to Vince McMahon in talking about it. I mean, The Rock just has that relationship with Vince and vice versa. I think Vince McMahon is in cahoots with The Rock for the XFL. Unique Butterfly. BC's Blue Marker, 2-spot. I'm a Daniel Garcia fan, so I enjoyed it. Oh, as did I. BC's Blue Marker. I enjoyed the match as well. Awesome? That's not a fact. But 14 minutes with Daniel Garcia. Wow. I mean, that's putting a lot of stock in this kid. We'll see what happens going forward. Osea Weidman, $4.99. You're right, BC. They need more jobber matches. Osea, that's how you build superstars. You can't possibly have them in a match every show, every week with another superstar where you're constantly going to be 50-50 booked and you're going to have to lose just as much as you win because subconsciously people are going to look at you as a bona fide loser. And that's why there's no larger than life superstars today. That's why when people come through the curtain, nobody's going, wow, this is awesome. Literally, this is awesome. Nobody's doing that today because nobody feels that special. So absolutely. Osea Weidman. Thank you for understanding that logic. Big Nang's up in here, 2-spot. What up, Big Nang? Damn, I'm always late. Yeah, we still chilling a little bit though, Big Nang. But this will be coming to a conclusion in a little bit, in which case I will have this up on the channel later. So, Big Nang, if you want to catch it from the beginning, man, thanks for just coming by, smashing that up and showing the love. That means the most to me anyway, to have my tried and true unit up in here, man. Big Nang. Thank you, brother. Hold on. There was a few more that came in as well. I saw Carlos with another 5. BC, I have no idea how AEW is going to go about this now. But will it be good or bad for AEW? More casuals may be finding out about AEW. Carlos, for this week, it's going to be great. They're going to get some buzz. We're all going to have something to talk about. Afterwards, again, I don't see how he beats Vince next week on SmackDown. I don't see how that is even possible. So afterwards, Carlos, it's going to be bad for Tony. For now, I love it. Afterwards, Tony now is going to deal with all of the dick riders, man. All the people are going to laugh at him. Oh, I thought you were going to beat him head to head. I thought it was a long time coming. I'm telling you, Carlos, I don't see how that ends well with Tony, but I'm loving the spunk in this dude. Dave Mealy, $9.99. Tony Khan's words have made pro wrestling more relevant than it has been in years. He was coming up behind Vince, honking his horn. Now he's flipping him the bird as he's starting to pass him by. LOL. Dave Mealy's going to the old fucking analogy that I use, where Vince McMahon was on cruise control on the highway. He wasn't really putting in any effort on any of these shows for the past 5 to 10 years. But all of a sudden, if he looked in his rearview mirror, here comes Tony Khan and AEW. And now they're not too far behind. And like Dave Mealy says, and like BC said in the past, I honestly feel they're going to be passed by, or Tony Khan in AEW is going to bump Vince McMahon into the guardrail, and Vince is going to be in the breakdown lane. So Dave Mealy, you know I love that analogy. No doubt. Sierra Blair. What up, Sierra Blair? Thank you for the 5-spot coffee. How do you feel about Mandy beating Ember on NXT? I don't follow NXT. I'm usually busy now, especially on those nights, and it's too McMahonized. It's too... I feel like I'm watching like a Nickelodeon special or something. It's too colorful for me. And there's too many people I just don't have investment into, and there's too much wrestling to where I can't give NXT the time. But Sierra Belair, is that something that happened, or are you asking me if it ever does happen? Are you telling me that Mandy beat Ember Moon? I hope you're not telling me that, Sierra Blair. Ember Moon. Mandy beat Ember. Hold on. It happened. She did. It happened. What the fuck? Mandy beat Ember this week. BC. Jer9 Gaming. Jer9's my fucking right-hand stats man. So if Jer9 is telling me that, get the fuck out of here. Wait, are you... How'd she beat her? Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, this isn't even shade to Mandy, but Mandy should never be beating Ember Moon. How did she beat her? Tell me it wasn't a roll-up, please. I wouldn't doubt if it was a fucking roll-up. Bicycle knee. Bicycle knee. Wait, how long? Guys, I know I'm asking a lot of questions. I need to know this right now. How long was this match approximately, Jer9? Do you know or no? I know that's asking a lot, guys, but I need to know some facts here, man, because this is not right. 4 minutes? Sierra Blair, thank you for bringing that to my attention. 4-minute match and Ember Moon lost to Mandy Rose? Guys, I don't even know what to... How is this acceptable to anybody? How can anybody even watch this fucking product? It's bad enough we get this bullshit on the main roster, and now they want you to watch another whole different brand, another show on a Tuesday fucking night now to watch one of the best wrestlers in the world reduced at this point to NXT. It used to be a promotion. The demotion was when he got to the main roster. She's reduced to NXT, and she can't even beat Mandy in 4 minutes? I'm Sierra Blair. What was the even question? What are my thoughts on it? Sierra Blair, how do you feel about Mandy beating Ember? Can you tell how I feel about it? Ember Moon has so much of my respect. She's one of the best wrestlers in the world. The fact that Ember Moon broke her leg chasing the 24/7 title because that's all Vince saw her as. Vince looked at one of the best wrestlers in the world, Ember Moon, and said, we're going to have you chasing the 24/7 title tonight. And that poor lady, she broke her fucking leg. And the rehab was so bad, she almost wasn't able to come back. And she comes back. She gets a good tag team going with, who was it, guys? Shotzi, I think. I think it was Shotzi Blackheart. And it was a damn good tag team. And they separate them, and they bring up Shotzi with Tegan Nox for no reason. So then Ember went right back down to fucking square one. And now look at her. She can't even beat Mandy in 4 minutes. I don't want to spend another fucking second on this shit, man. Unreal. And I've been hearing good things about Mandy, something about toxic pronunciation or some shit. Toxic intoxications. What the what are they called? Mandy's in a group now, isn't she? Toxic analogies. Toxic motherfuckers. What is it called? Toxic attraction. Toxic attraction. I've been hearing some decent things. That doesn't mean you fucking take out Ember in 4 minutes, bro. Anyway, that was a long-winded answer. Sierra Blair, much love and respect. Thank you for the coffee, and that's my thoughts. Another reason why I can't watch this bullshit. Big Nang, 5-spot, damn. Then them Saudi pay-per-views pretty much the only reason keeping the heart of WWE pumping. Vince is putting a WrestleMania-like pay-per-view for them. Yet, I don't give a fuck about other pay-per-views. Yeah, Big Nang, no doubt. Crown Jewel is being pumped up way more than Extreme non-rules, normal rules pay-per-view. Normal rules wasn't even fucking completed until the start of the show, and it still wasn't. They got 0 stipulations, basically. 1 Extreme Rules match. No care, effort, or attention got put into Extreme Rules. But Crown Jewel? Oh, Vince is cashing in tens of millions on that event. So you're damn right he's going to pump that up. Absolutely Big Nang. No doubt, bro. I saw a fitty spot, man. There's a red fucking... a red up on the screen. Jimmy Fingers 19, 50-19. Jimmy Fingers 50 spot. Before I even get to that 50, man, show Jimmy Fingers some love with the fire, guys. Because that super is straight fire, man. That's like fucking 10 Starbuckses, man. That's going to fucking basically keep BC caffeinated the rest of the day until tomorrow morning. Alone by Jimmy Fingers. There you go. Thank you, guys. Yeah, there's the fire, man. Jimmy Fingers, if you're still in here, man. That looks like that was about 10, 15 minutes ago, that super. But if you're still in here, man, that's some respect right back to you. Thank you for that 50 bomb, man, that 50 banger. Much love and appreciation from my unit back over to you. Thank you, guys. Oh, damn. Yeah, you got the love going over to you, bruh. Thank you for that 50 spot, man. And let me get to that chat, actually. Jimmy Fingers 19 says, coming in late, BC. Don't worry, dude. This will be up on the channel later when thousands of motherfuckers come rocking and getting amplified. So thanks for even seeing some of this live. Thank you for stopping by, smashing that up and showing the love, Jimmy Fingers 19. The 50 spot, that's not needed, but always appreciated. Jimmy Fingers 19 says, I agree with you about Bray Windham. Don't need the Dark Order. So Jimmy Fingers is talking about Windham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt. I agree with you about Windham. Don't need the Dark Order or any part of the comedy. And Jimmy Fingers, I'll get to the rest of that in a second. I just want to tell my audience what we're talking about because I said this in a past stream or maybe even my last video. What Jimmy Fingers is talking about is I was saying, like, do you bring Windham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt in with the Dark Order now? We all came to the conclusion, we all are assuming that the perfect spot for Bray Wyatt, Windham Rotunda, is the Dark Order. But after seeing that they're pretty much back together and half of their shtick plus is always about comedy. Like this past week, they're always in these comedy shticks. Is this really the best way for Windham Rotunda to debut Bray Wyatt? And now I'm starting to question that. So Jimmy Fingers 19 is basically bringing that up and saying he agrees with me. It's really not the spot or any part of that comedy. And Jimmy Fingers also says he can emerge after the Malachi Black Cody match and get right in Black's face and let him know I am the darkness around here, motherfucker. I love that, Jimmy Fingers 19. I fucking love that idea. I brought that up, as you probably saw in the other video that I put out. When I addressed this, I said that's one way you can go about this. Sure, you can keep them separate. So you still don't have to have Bray with the Dark Order, but keep them separate with Malachi. Or you start this off with a fucking banger, and you have Malachi, Windham Rotunda, in a motherfucking 3 to 5 month feud. And let's rock this shit, dog! Let's get amplified! Jimmy Fingers 19. I love it, man. Thank you so much for the 11 support, respect, all of it, man. Right back to you as seen by my unit, man. You still getting the fire. Thank you for the 50 banger, man. Jimmy Fingers 19. I don't know how. We're over 2 hours, but I think I got caught up on all the supers, guys. I will double check, but I think somehow we did it, man. You guys rocked it on a Saturday morning, man. Can't tell you how much respect is going right back to you guys. I think that was everything. We done rocked it out, man. Thank you guys, honestly. Again, I understand this is a Saturday morning. It's not a usual time slot that we ever go live on. And yet the entire fucking time, even when we're just shooting the shit, hundreds of you guys were in the chat. Hundreds of you guys were tuning in. Thousands are about to once we turn this motherfucker over to the algorithm, and once we put this motherfucker on the channel, we're about to get thousands coming on in and seeing how we did this live. And also, I want to thank each and every one of the 280 some odd of you that have already smashed that up live. We are literally going to 300 live before we even go up on the channel. So that respect, and in the process, we even made some motherfuckers cry salty tears. So we got the best of both worlds. That's when you know you had a lot of fun. Man, we'll do it again soon, dude, because this is just too much fun for me. I know it is for you guys. So thank you so much. Until next time, salute everybody. Check you later. Oh, hold on. Sierra Blair, 5-Spot Coffee. I see you, Sierra. Thank you. Much love over to Sierra Blair. You asked on one of your streams who should win the new TBS women's title in AEW. My answer to that is Serena Deeb, says Sierra Blair. I got no complaints with that, Sierra. I know a lot of people are automatically thinking Thunder Rosa or the other one is, who is it? Thunder Rosa or Jade Cargill is another name that you're really starting to hear. But I'm drawing the fucking blank now, man. Britt Baker's your fucking champion. She ain't going anywhere near that. Thunder Rosa. Who's the other one, guys? Please. I'm drawing the fucking blank. And I just raised Ruby Soho. Thank you. It was my own fucking question that I asked you guys two fucking shows ago. Ruby Soho and Thunder Rosa, as Sierra Blair knows, are the two front runners. Although Jade Cargill is getting a lot of fucking steam. But Sierra Blair, you saw what happened this past week on Dynamite, man. Serena Deeb, and you heard my review on that, hopefully, Sierra Blair. I was so high on that entire match and segment because I loved how they had Shida, who is somebody I respect. I love Shida. I just love Shida. I think she represented the company at a time where they needed it the most. She held that title with prestige and honor. She's a good wrestler, and she was going for her 50th win, and Tony Khan pulled a swerve, had Serena Deeb win the match, and then post-match deck her with her own trophy plaque. I just thought this is the best I've ever seen Serena Deeb. So my point, Sierra Blair, is that I'm loving Serena Deeb now more than ever. And if they want to go that route, I don't think Jade Cargill, Ruby Soho, or Thunder Rosa fans would be pissed off. I really don't. Because we know she's more than deserving. We know she's a good wrestler. We know she has trained so many ladies that are in wrestling today, some in top promotions. So that's a long-winded answer to you, Sierra Blair. I'm down with that if it happens. You will not hear me crying about that. Carlos Ray, 5-Spot right at the tail end, man. BC Renee G wanted you to know she will be gone for 2 weeks. A death in the family. Renee, much love, man. Much love and appreciation over to Renee. Guys, Renee G is one of my tried and trues up in here. Is there like the prayer emoji do you guys have on your phone or whatever the fuck? Can you send that over to Renee G and her family right now? Nah, Mini Lemmy, that's the emoji I'm talking about, man. That's just love and support over to Renee G and her family, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for telling me, Carlos. Renee, much love. Take all the time you need. Next week for a little bit of time too, man. BC's taking off, man. I got some business to take care of, and I'm going to try to hit up HHN in Orlando. I don't think California is going to allow BC over there because California is on lockdown if you don't put fucking needles in your arm and shit. So I don't know if Cali's going to allow BC over there, man. But Orlando for sure. Yeah, thank you guys, man. Much love and respect over to Renee. That's all for you, man. All those prayer emojis, so... Thank you for telling me, Carlos. Is Renee up in here now or she already take off? Can't really tell, man. I'm on a delay too, guys, so. Thank you, Carlos. Is Renee up in here or no? She already took off. All right, yeah, well, Renee, Carlos, make sure she knows that we showed the love, man, and nothing but well wishes and thoughts that we have for Renee, dude. So thank you guys, everybody, for showing the love over to Renee, man. Again, she's one of the tried and trues up in here. When she's up, when Carlos fucking wakes her half the time. Just kidding. But Renee's one of the tried and true. So thank you guys. Thank you, Carlos, for telling me that. All right, guys. You guys are the best. All right, over 2 hours, man. I tried to keep you here half an hour. Dude, almost 300 again, man. We about to fucking clock in on that shit. 300 on the odds. Yeah. Love seeing that shit, man. Putting the bitch boys to rest. Fucking rock star status on that shit. I love that. Thank you. You guys enjoy the day too, man. Whoop that ass. Much love. Notorious Nikki Smith, JR9 Gaming, as always, dude. Thank you, JR9. Carlos Ray, you know that, man. Salute to my tried and trues. Derek Fleming, Mean Dean Extreme, Gilbert Batista, Lucas Allen, Jennifer Pierce. PC needs a Band-Aid because he's cut. Jennifer Pierce, man. Fuck yeah. By the way, we just hit 300 guys live. So cool, man. On a Saturday morning. But I wasn't supposed to be a big deal in the community. People will never watch this crazy guy, especially not on a Saturday morning live. Yeah. Hundreds of people say otherwise. Nicholas, Trev, Baca, Laureen, Trev Rain, Sir Charles, Tony, Damien, Chelsea, Pimp Jesus, William F. and Jazz. I don't think you guys were up in here today, but or maybe you will be later, part of the thousands. SOS, wherever you are up as well. Thomas the Gazelle, Unique Butterfly. Who is that? The 50 banger, man, from Jimmy Fingers 19. Eric Freeman, Blueprint Nations. Good to have Blueprint back. Derek Fleming, I think I got. Santivia Major. I got Damian Swampy, I believe. Marie Appleway. We have, I got Eric Freeman. I'm on a delay. I don't know who I'm fucking duplicating here. Dave Mealy. I'm probably missing people too. Mini Lemmy, Black Ice 22. I got War Dog, I believe. Fuck, there's still so many motherfuckers up in this bitch. Carlton Bartley, PB Celebride, 199 late. Sorry for being late. Shout out to the unit. We're about to close up shop, but this will be up on the channel, PB Celebride. So thank you for smashing that up, showing the respect and love to the channel. And we want to show it right back to you, PB Celebride. So better late than never, dude. And everybody, man, I'm probably missing a lot of people, but I'm on a delay. What can I do? And I don't want to keep you guys here another fucking hour. So BC's going to down this, shut the fuck up, and go whoop today's ass. Put motherfuckers through brick walls. Amplified style. Yeah. 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 Check you guys, man. Carlos, everybody, man. Jared, everybody. Much love. Till next time. And there will be a next time, as Def Leppard frontman Joe Elliott always says. Check you guys. Thank you guys. Peace. Whoop today's ass, man. Whoop it.